Good morning, everyone. I'm Bondar JR, also known as the Silver Wolf, also simply known most days as Ron, and we're here to stream some EVE Online. Apologize, my sniffling has come back, which I don't quite understand why. I felt fantastic for most of yesterday. Kemfin, good to see you. Seth G. Stewart, good to see you. Jerry Can, awesome always to see you. Never a problem being late. Especially for you. A little problem for me. But yeah, sorry I'm a little late this morning. I woke up late. No excuse, but the wife and I stayed up till about 2 a.m. watching TV, and that tends to cause problems. So Skimitar's not gonna make it today. He's not feeling well, so we're gonna send good thoughts his way. Here's hoping he's feeling better soon. But we are gonna go ahead and get started. And I am here in Eugene. So if there's anybody who wants to join me, I'm going to go out and mine. And if nobody else comes, that's all right. I'll mine by myself. But you guys are all welcome. Some days it's only Skimitar and I, so. Coffee. Nectar of the gods. Nectar of the gods. All right. So Kragan is here. All staff is here. See what our dailies look like. Mine. Can't beat that one. Can't beat that one. Alright. Try and get everything going. Sorry, my nose is itching. Hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. Appreciate you guys being here. It says I have 36 messages. Wow. Really? Skill training complete. What skill are we on now? Ice harvesting. Well, not bad. So we were going to look at, and actually, let me get out here and start mining. We can do that once we get out there and start mining. Yeah, so good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am going to, let's see. I wanted to check, since Skimitar's not here, see if there's any ore anomalies. There is one here. Average Amber deposit. So you know what? We're going to go do this Amber deposit. And there's also a large Amber deposit in Billy. So we're going to do these Amber deposits. And I'm going to bring out the porpoise. You know what? It's only Billy. Let's bring out the orca. Let's bring out the big gun. I do not have a third boost on here, though. And I don't know that I have a third boost here. I don't think I do. No, I do not. Ooh, I need to turn those in before they expire. Brain freeze is still going. Yeah, so, all right. So let me make sure I got enough fuel. Because if I had a nickel for every time I left with no fuel. Oh, for crying out loud. I swear to God. Alright. No problem there. No problem there. Yeah, that one's full. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm going to go out to this Amber deposit. Why is he all the way back over here? Just switch back to him. I swear. Some days doesn't pay to get out of bed. Ah, I didn't accept it, but somehow it put me in the fleet. Interesting. All right. Seth, you want to invite? So it's weird. So Kragan and everyone else's chat bars are fine. Only Falstaff's chats are messed up now, which makes 0 sense. I'm heading your way soon. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and invite you so that you're here. All right, get rid of the watch list. Let's go to the Amber deposit. Anomaly, average Amber deposit, fine.
Warp drive active.
Let me get Kragan out here. Let me know if anybody else wants an invite. Sorry about the sniffling. Bronze Beard, good to see you, buddy. We're out here mining in high sec tonight. Let me know if you want to join us. You're always welcome. Everybody is always welcome. Everybody is always welcome. Everybody is always welcome. We are doing fantastic. Though, I would be happier if this sniffling had stayed away like it was yesterday. I might have to put some more stuff in my ear. No, you're always welcome. Always welcome. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. Alright, we are out here in our average Amber deposit. There is no one else out here. We got the whole thing to ourselves. Man, I tell you what. Well, turns out there's only 2 asteroids, so maybe we don't have the whole thing to ourselves. Yeah, that really sucks. Why would somebody mine it down to 2 asteroids? I don't know. Alright, so this one ain't gonna work. But we'll go to Billy. There's another one in Billy. This one's got over 1 million. Too far away. Oh, because I don't have my boost on. Blue Gray, good to see ya. So I'm in Ufine. I'm in Ufine for the moment. We're probably going to be headed to Billy second, but Ufine will work for now. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, Theo's here. We had somebody else join us. Yeah, so there's a third person here in a Mackinac. So yeah, this is definitely not going to last long. Oh, for crying out loud. I swear to God. I tried to invite him to the freaking fleet and then invited him to the freaking channel again. I swear to God. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Yeah, he probably head to Billy. Because there's only 2 asteroids here and this ain't going to last long, so. Alright, so completed my goal. Cool beans. Killed the drones. Issue fiend ore anomaly, the amber. It's amber, yes. But it's only got 2 House is coming along, Blonsbeard, coming along really well. Lego, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, I guess I could have accepted the reward so I don't have to worry about it later. Alright. The good times and the bad. Alright, so the one's gone. Yeah. So we will head to Billy in here in just a second. Because this one is dead. The one in Billy says that it's a large one, so but my guess is whoever was here mining this one went there and got it. You're all that I need. Alright, there's the Rex. Return. Loot. Wow, so glad I got that scrap metal. Don't know what I would do without it. So they're both gone. There you go. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna jump to Billy. I think I got... No, I didn't. Only 625 so far. Yeah. Another metal scrap. So glad. So glad. Alright. So, let's jump to Billy.
Warp drive active.
Actually, let's make sure it's still on the list, because maybe they mined it out already. Nope, says it's still there. Large umber. Hanging on time of rock and roll. Call me a relic, call me what you will. So I actually put my cinnamon roll in the microwave this morning. Softened it up nice. So I do have 3 of them on here. Won't let me jump because I got these turned on.
The Stargate denies you permission to jump at the moment.
Gotta love it. Alright, let's check this one out. See how many people are here. Comrade Soul, good to see ya. Is tomorrow Eve as well? I don't know. We're talking about doing Kenshi, but I'm not sure which day though. I missed 2 days this week, so I probably should do Eve all week. and do Kenshi next week, which is probably what I'm going to do. But we'll see how it goes. And not a whole lot of people here. Alright, let's scan. There we go. All the big umber's gone. Imagine that. Oh, too far away. I need Falstaff to get here. Jump. Oh yeah, so let me get there to the anomaly now that my thing has timed down. 1/4 ranch, 3 tablespoons creamy wing sauce, 2 tablespoons Frank's wing sauce, 1/4 Tabasco. My goodness. Booga, good to see you, buddy. Buffalo chicken tenders mixed with some custom dipping sauce. See, I'm not a big dipping sauce guy. Yeah, no, I canceled the Project Zomboid server because nobody was using it. And until they get the latest build stable, I'm probably not going to play it again. You guys aren't following Booga, give Booga a follow. Alright. There we go. Alright, I gave Jax an invite. See if he accepts. Nearly depleted. Yep. Yeah, imagine that. Oh. Alright, there we go. Now the miles stretch out behind me, loves that I have. I tell you, some days it doesn't pay to get out of bed. Launched the wrong drones. Oh, for Christ's sake. Large Kern. I found a Kern and armor 6 jumps away. Yeah, I'm not taking the Orca 6 jumps. That's too far. We'll go back to Ufine after this and just do a regular bout. So Jackson didn't accept the invite, which is kind of weird. That's okay. That Jackson guy. Yeah, different guy. This is Jackson, not Jackson. Jackson and Scimitar are MIA today. Scimitar's not feeling well. Jackson's got some things going on, so. But yeah, different Jackson. He's just a guy here that happens to be in the system that I invited because I'm just a nice guy. But that's all right. If he doesn't want the boost, nope, not Jackson. Unfortunately, we haven't had Jackson mining with us in quite a while. He's got a lot going on in real life, unfortunately. Real life always gets in the way. But we are in Billy for anyone who wants to join us. Anyone who wants to join us is welcome to join us. We are in Billy. And hopefully Falstaff gets enough to at least get his daily, but I don't know, maybe not. Yep, seems he doesn't want it, so that's all right. No requirement. No requirement. Ah, my drones haven't all launched, so that's it. All right. Oop. Oh, actually, I can't approach anymore. I've got the compression on, so yeah. Stand right here forever. Ugh. I hate when that happens.
The asteroid is depleted.
Come on.
The asteroid is depleted.
What does it mean, the mining drone? Oh, don't make no sense. Okay, then go ahead and deposit it. But sure what you're up to. What's happening, my fellow old fart? Not much. Not much. Not much. But this belt's going to be gone in mere seconds, so that's all right. Yeah, so I would probably head to Eufene if you're, depending on how far away you are, Seth, because this one's going to be gone here in a second. I I am. I got my sniffles back though. I was sick the beginning of the week for my birthday, which was really a drag. But oh, there I got it. So I did get enough for my daily. Honestly, not that I needed my daily, but 10,000 points ain't nothing to scream at. Dust in the wind. Oh. Helps if you actually turn them on.
The asteroid is depleted.
All right, yeah, these will be gone here in a second. 15 Umbra and 2 Colonel where I am. However, 2 people are in the place. Well, yeah, I'm not going 6 jumps with this Orca. It takes too long. By the time I get there, it'll be gone. So yeah, we'll just go back to Uping. Go back to normal. We got a little bit of action today. Oh, I'm in the wrong guy. Yeah, but by the time I go back and switch and change, it'll be gone. Yeah, it ain't worth it. We got the close ones. That's good enough. I don't know why I'm approaching that. But, oh well. Yeah, I barely got 2,000. Yeah, at least I boosted them. And I love you. All right. Yeah, none of them seem to be compressing. He's putting out cargo containers, so... Yeah, they disappear pretty quick. Orca moves way too slow. The other problem is with these boosts, I can't jump for, what, 3 minutes? What is the cycle time on these? 104 seconds. So what's that come out to? Minute and a half? So yeah. In my song. That's it.
The asteroid is depleted.
That's it.
The asteroid is depleted.
That's it. Made me whole. There he did. So he did actually compress some. Come on.
The asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted.
All right. All right. I'm going to send... Kragan back. Always want you near me.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, they run out. Antiguous, good to see ya. Sorry, I don't understand that language. We're an English-only stream. Sometimes Tagalog, but I'm not even sure what that is. Oh, I'm still in Billy. Oh, I didn't jump. Why did I not jump? Falstaff. Why did Falstaff not jump either? Maybe they both had the same problem. Let's check out 7-7.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, hopefully he's got a bookmark because that one's going to be gone. All right, let's see what we got. Wait. It's not what we want. Unlock. Once Foul gets here. Yep, that ain't gonna work. Now they're gonna have to wait. Well, that sucks. I guess I can take this mining scanner off of here. It doesn't do a whole lot of good, does it? Gotta wait for the... There they are. I was gonna say I gotta wait for the boost. Oh, wrong crystal. Hate when I do that. Alright, back in business. New, good to see you. We're out here mining if you want to join us. We got a little bit of a late start today. I'm going to see if I can get closer to these before I turn on the compression. So it looks like the other guy left. Boom, 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 boom. No worries, no worries. You're always welcome. You're always welcome. Actually, that should work. All right, compression on. Fish on. Fish on. All right. Oh my God, Joe Rowe. I can't imagine being without internet. Sorry to hear that. I just spit a piece of cinnamon roll somewhere. I'm sure I'll find it later. I hate when I do that. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, Seth. So we're back in Eugene. Anybody else? We're back in Eugene. Can you pay my bill? Yeah. The big thing with retired is I gotta really pick and choose which ones I pay. A lot more budgeting. Ah, so I do have the advanced mining surveyor. Because the Orca has it. That message we were getting before. Now I know what it means. Ironically, though, Joe, internet's always the first one I pay. I pay it before the food. But luckily, the streaming covers my internet, so... Barely, but... I don't stream for the money. I stream for the fun and the community. Yeah, true. Lord Surtur, thanks for the raid, buddy. If you guys aren't following Lord Surtur, please give him a follow. Estida. Good to see ya. Welcome, Raiders. We're just doing our weekly mining event. Sorry for the coughing. Thought I was over it, but yeah, we're out here mining in Eugene. You guys are all welcome to join us. We do this every week. Eugene is the Galente system in high sec. And we are out here mining. We got boost, we got compression, we got laughs. Everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. At the moment, it's just me, myself, and I. So, Blue Gray, good to see you, buddy. It's me, myself, and I. And if I have to mine here all day by myself, I will. Not a problem. Not a problem. Still, yeah. Actually, I only have 2 accounts, but yeah. Me, myself, and I would have given me 3. So maybe I need to make a 3rd account so I can cover that one. We got boost, we got compression, we got chips. Fortunately, we don't have any beer though. It's kind of a deal breaker. So Booga, good to see you again. That's a fleet. That's a fleet. That's a fleet. I did have a couple others that joined me. We ran and did a couple amber deposits that were close by. Since this Orca moves like a brick. But we got those and we picked up a couple stragglers at those places. But I think we lost both of them. One forgot his mobile depot, so I think he went back for that. So we may see him in a little bit. The other one, I think he went chasing some more umber deposits. So, unfortunately, I think the next closest one was like 6 jumps away. So I wasn't taking the Orca that far. 6 jumps, it'll be gone before I get there. But yeah, you guys are all welcome to join us. Like I said, we're in Eugene. If you guys aren't following Lord Surtur, please give him a follow. Appreciate the raid, buddy. Appreciate the raid. Sorry for the sniffling. It was gone yesterday. Now it's back again today. I didn't put any hydrogen peroxide in my ears last night. I bet you that's what happened. It's starting to fight back. Got to stay on top of that damn ear infection. But yeah, we're out here. If you guys want an invite, jump in the in-game channel. And put an X, get my attention. I'll get you an invite. Fiend may be far from some of you. I apologize. If it is, please pay attention to the Zymor. Good to see you, buddy. Charles Piam, good to see ya. No worries, Lord Sir. Thanks again for the raid, buddy. But yeah, watching me mine is probably going to be like watching paint dry. So you guys probably should come out just for the heck of it. So we do this every week. Every Wednesday night, U.S. time, Thursday morning here in the Philippines. The beautiful sunny Philippines today. We got clouds in the sky, but they are not rain clouds. They are fluffy white clouds, and the sun is shining. So, looks like it's going to be a beautiful day here. No worries, Charles. You're good. Thanks for being here. But yeah, we do this every week. Normally, we have my buddy Scimitar here to boost for us, but he is under the weather, so we're going to send happy thoughts and healthy thoughts and healing thoughts his way. Get him back up on the healthy train. I really need to clean my desk off. And set up my 3D printer. I have a 3D printer that I brought from America that hasn't left the box yet, which is really disappointing. The problem is I'm not really sure where I can set it up. I think I could probably set it up on the end of this, though. I think it'll be on my way, though. But I think I could work it if I put it on the end. But yeah, anxious to do some 3D printing. So we got a rat that is hanging out just outside my target range, which is always nice. But that's all right. He's got to get closer sooner or later. And then he's as good as dead. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, he's closing fast now. I guess once I launched my drones, I got his attention. Got his attention. Bum, bum. Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. All right, cool beans. No more rat. No more rat. Now we'll salvage him up. Clean up after ourselves. Clean up after ourselves. Yeah, I probably won't finish this one belt if I'm doing it all by myself. So, the other thing we were going to do is we were going to look... Sorry, I'm using my alt to salvage and take care of the rats, because my main here is has his mining drones out, so it's too much. It takes too long to bring the mining drones back and then put out the attack drones. Yep, there's the in-game channel again. It's weird, I just put it up, but yeah, that's okay. Did Dolly actually pass away this year? No, Dolly's still alive. Kenny's the one who passed away, I think, last year. 2025. 2020. Jesus, I tell you, I have a horrible sense of dates. Horrible. Horrible. 2020. Seven O, good to see you. How's your connection stability and speed over there? So now that I've got switched to the residential service, it is fantastic. It is ridiculous how good it is. It is really ridiculous because it was crap prior to that, which really just hacked me off. Because there was really no reason for it to be crap. But yeah. Alright. But yeah. I was on the roaming service. So Manila, Starlink in Manila was sold out. Now I'm not in Manila. I'm south of Manila, but I guess I'm close enough to Manila that they still put me in the satellite circle that surrounds Manila. So I was on a waiting list for 8 months, and all they would give me was roaming service, which cost twice as much as residential service, but was half the speed and half the reliability. I got despawned all the time because I was a roamer. And yeah, and it cost twice as much. So then when they finally, my waiting time was over and they finally gave me the, they said, hey, you can get on residential. I switched to residential and they called it a downgrade, which I'm like, I don't know why you're calling it a downgrade. But yeah, as soon as it switched, I paid half the price, got double the speed, double the reliability. And so yeah, I haven't had any problems since then. So yeah, at least here in the Philippines, I definitely recommend it. All their other ones. But yeah, I definitely recommend it here in the all the other internet providers here in the Philippines are crap. Doesn't matter who it is. We had what they call fiber here in the Philippines, which was not fiber. I had a dish on my roof, which is honestly still there because I couldn't get anybody to take it down. And it would literally cut out 3, 4, 5 times a week. And we would have to call them and they would say, oh, yeah, let me go check. Or they wouldn't even answer. So then when they finally did answer, they'd say, oh, let me go check. Oh, yeah, it shut off. I'll turn it back on. Like, really? It was ridiculous. So yeah, so Starlink was kind of always the way I was going to go. Bamboo fiber, there you go. Yeah, I was furious. I had Google Fiber in America, and if you can get Google Fiber in America, I would definitely recommend it. I had it probably close to 15 years, and I think I had 3 outages in 15 years. And the longest one was like 3 or 4 hours and was scheduled. But yeah. I mean, I worked from home a lot, especially during the COVID time, and made a whole different one. So I retired back in April, and so I have 2 reasons I moved to the Philippines. So I retired at 57 back in April after working for my company just short of 25 years. My wife is from the Philippines. Let me go check. Proceeds to walk outside and hit the master on button. There you go. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, my wife is from the Philippines. So my wife of going on 19 years, she lived 18 years with me in America. I had promised her when and if we retired, we would move to the Philippines. But that's not the number one reason why I moved here. The number one reason why I moved here, it is significantly cheaper than living in America. I retired at 57, and I could not have retired at 57 if I had stayed in America. Medical alone would have required me to keep working. So yeah, so I moved here because it's cheap, but I told her I moved here because I was bringing her home. She moved to America with me for 18 years, so I figured the least I could do is come here and spend another 18 or more, hopefully more, with her here in the Philippines. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. There are some hurdles, but there are hurdles with everywhere. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's a couple of those that I have been told are out here, and I'm like, and that may be something I end up doing. I've always been kind of that explorer type. It would be nice to find. But yeah, supposedly there's rumor that who is the big pirate? There's another big pirate that supposedly all the gold he buried could be on the Philippine Islands. Now, the problem is there's 1,000 islands in the Philippines. So, do you keep in touch with other Americans? I do. A lot of my viewers are Americans. My children, I have 2 children to my first marriage. A 32-year-old daughter and a 27-year-old son. And I have a 14-year-old granddaughter. And so yeah, I keep in touch with them. I keep in touch with a lot of my church mates from Kansas City. So I'm originally from Kansas City. So I do not. I have a couple Americans here that I keep in touch with, but not for the most part. The province where I'm at, I'm in San Juan, Batangas, which is the province just south of Manila, Batangas. And there are no other Americans here. There are no other foreigners here that I have seen. I've been to Lipa, which is the largest big city. It's about 2 hours away, Lipa, Batangas. And I've seen, I think on the 10, 12, 15 trips we've made to Lipa since we've been here. We've been here 9 months. I've probably seen maybe 5 foreigners while I was there in the mall. And yeah, that was literally 5 different times. I never saw more than one at a time. And like I said, out of 15 trips, I've only seen foreigners that 5 times. So, and most times when I like nodded at them or said hi to them or whatever, they were not very receptive, which I'm fine with, you know. Are you close to tourist locations? So here in San Juan, Batangas, we are not. There's a lot of resorts. So we're building a house in Imelda, Batangas. Actually, it's Imelda, San Juan, Batangas. So the way it works here in the Philippines, you have a province, which is Batangas, or Metro Manila. Metro Manila is considered another. And then you have a barangay, or you'll have a town, which is San Juan. And then inside the town, you have what they call barangays, which I don't know how we would classify it from the West. So I'm in San Juan. I'm in Calit, San Juan is where we're renting right now a house. And we are building our house in Imelda, San Juan, Batangas, which is about 30 minutes away. And so, yeah. But yes, there are a lot of resorts in Imelda. But honestly, I've never seen a whole lot of foreigners there either, though. Like Christmas time, I was told there was a whole bunch of foreigners there at the resort. But I guess they stayed on the resort and never came out. So now, like I said, we're only going there once every 2 or 3 days to check on the build. And if you guys want to see the house build, I have it out on my YouTube channel. We do videos every 2 or 3 days. And those are out there. We're on day... I think today is day 46, and they are getting ready to pour the floors. So the structure of the house is up, and they're getting ready to pour the floor. So they're moving very quickly. So we have good. It keeps costs down, which is good. Yeah, it does. Long John Silver. Yeah, that might be the pirate Lego. Neighborhood Parish, yeah. So we have quite a few people from the Philippines here in Norway. Yep, mostly super friendly people, fit well with perfect English. Yep. Yeah, the Filipinos. It's funny, my wife has a saying. She says, everywhere there are cockroaches, there are Filipinos. And so, but the big one we noticed was my wife and I started cruising later in life on cruise ships, and a lot of the employees for the cruise ships are Filipinos. And it is because they are it's weird. They have a big customer service kind of attitude. It's funny though. They have it when they're on the ship and when they're in America and when they're in Norway and when they're in places like that. They don't have it so much here in the Philippines. So customer service is not a big deal here. But when they travel abroad, I guess they always want to make their country look good. So, Zerbidin, good to see you. Spazology, good to see you. Can you get a good pizza there? You know, it's funny. I can. I'm not a huge pizza fan, but I actually get better pizza here because they don't use as much spaghetti sauce. Sorry, ads are on, so I'll answer that after the ads. Incoming raid. Appreciate it, Spaz. I knew what you meant. There's Jackson. Jackson's back. Lilium. Whoa, big old raid. If you guys aren't following Lilium, please give her a follow. And her awesome sidekick, Snide Dog. So, Dragapolo, good to see you. Yuntas, good to see you. Lily, thanks for the raid. Sorry, you came in during the ads. Little Dog Nation. You guys are always welcome. The music died. Good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die." Oh. That's weird. Shows it's still there. Why would you quit? Oh, I guess it did disappear. So yeah, once the ads are over, I still have this one on vinyl. Oh yeah, I wish I did. That'd be worth some money now. Vinyl's coming back. Vinyl's coming back. Vinyl's coming back. Yeah, once the ads are over, I'll give you guys a proper welcome. I apologize. Bad timing. We sang dirges in the dark the day the music died. It's an awesome song. Drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die." In the summer swelter. All right, welcome back from the ad. Sorry, Lily jumped in there during the ad break, so sorry about that. But welcome, Lily. If you guys aren't following Lily, please give Lily a follow. You can scroll back up and see that shout out, be able to give her a follow. And her awesome snide kick, Snide Dog, my son from another mother.
Thank you.
Thanks for the follow, Yuntas. Appreciate you guys. Spazology, as always, appreciate you. Xena Warrior, good to see ya. You guys are welcome to join us. This is my Dragapolo, good to see ya. This is my weekly mining event where I mine with my viewers. So yeah.
Thank you.
According to Snide Dog, I'm his daddy. So, and I'm perfectly fine with that title. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. I honestly, I couldn't do much better. So, but yeah. So yeah, I do this every week with my viewers. Every Wednesday night American time, or if you're like me here in the beautiful Philippines, Thursday morning here. Actually approaching Thursday afternoon, so I want to see the DNA results, yeah. I'm not sure I could get that one forged quite the same way. I wonder if the DNA results from my own kids would come back to me, you know? That whole DNA thing, I don't know. 3:15 a.m. there. Yeah, 10:15 a.m. here in the beautiful Philippines. But yeah, Lily, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. But yeah, any of you guys that want to mine with us, you are welcome to mine with us. I have an in-game channel. You jump in there, throw an X, whatever, get my attention. I will add you to the fleet. Oh, I guess I should actually mine instead of just sitting here flapping my gums. But, you know. We have the boost, we have compression, we have chips. We don't have any beer today, so I do apologize about that. But my normal booster is not under the weather, so we're sending him good, healthy thoughts. My buddy Scimitar, so he had to cancel today, so I'm out here boosting. So an extra special treat. Extra special treat. But Lily, always good to see you. Especially with a huge raid. So what missions were you doing? Now that the Winter Nexus event's over, it kind of seems like a letdown. We got more rats. We got more rats. I think we have more rats than we normally have when we have 20 plus pilots out here. I did my 3rd ever burner mission. Oh, there you go. There you go. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but I was doing Sisters of Eve ones yesterday. I am still apt to get myself an Odysseus. Earn it myself. We'll see if that actually works out, but that's the plan. So I was grinding Sisters of Eve distro missions yesterday in an effort to get my Odysseus. But it's going to be a while. I think we figured it's like 450. No, go ahead. Yeah, sure, not a problem. You should be a VIP. Let me check. Yes, you are a VIP. I was going to say you should be a VIP. Khaleesi, thanks for the raid. My goodness gracious, you guys are on fire today. Alright, let me get this salvaged up. Let's get Khaleesi's shout out. Thanks, Khaleesi, for the raid. Rose, always good to see ya. If you guys aren't following Khaleesi, please give her a follow. Excellent streamer. She does a little bit of everything. I saw her doing some card game yesterday, which looked pretty interesting. Nope. Khaleesi. Helps if you spell it right. So, Spazology. Fun fact. You get half your DNA from your mother, half from your father, was accepted as fact. Later discovered that in truth, while you do receive DNA, you do receive dominant DNA. That's correct. That's correct. So it's not necessarily 50-50. And it's amazing how often it is less. A good example, my daughter is she's the spitting image of me. In female form, which is gotta be, you know, and she actually turned out to be a good looking girl, which is surprising because I don't think I would make a good looking woman. But my son, on the other hand, you know, who actually got the male gene from me, since that's the only one who can give him a male gene, is the spitting image of his mother. And yeah, it's kind of amazing how that works. So I would join mining, but there is a battlefield at the moment. No worries, no worries. Let me check out these burner missions. I didn't know you had your own website. That is awesome. I don't have my own website. That is awesome. I'm definitely going to check that out. Alright, salvaging up the last one. Probably should pick up these crates here. Don't Cry Wolf, what's up, buddy? Love the name. Oh, I love me some Happy Discourse. There you go. Alright, take care, Stada. Stada. I love it. I just got your name. Sorry. They are guarded pretty heavily as a heads up, so expect PvP. And yeah, I bet. See, I don't do PvP. When I do PvP, all you guys get is a very uninteresting death. Which is funny, because I'm part of Team Mothership, and those guys are all PvPers. I think I'm the only one on that team that is not a PvPer. And you would have thought some of it would have rubbed off, but it hasn't. It hasn't. I do a little bit of everything in EVE, but PvP is one of those things that even when I try to defend myself, I don't defend myself very well. Refresh my scan. But yes, any of you that want to join us, sounds like you should join in team instead. Exactly. Well, they needed a token miner, so I think that's why they took me on. So yeah. So they just don't discriminate against anyone. But yeah, I'm happy with Mothership. Though I didn't realize you could be part of two teams. Our Mothership leader, Anarchos, has joined also the Haven team, which I didn't realize was a thing. So I suppose I could join another team. I thought it was exclusive, but yeah. But yeah, appreciate the raids. Thanks, Khaleesi. Thanks, Lillian. Appreciate you guys. How is Snide Dog, Lily? I haven't seen Snide in a while. I'm technically in 2 of 4 Twitch guilds. He's in Haven as well. So, Steve's Haven. Booga. Booga is also part of Haven, I think. And there's at least one other one I watch that's part of Haven. But yeah. Yeah, Haven is good people. They haven't asked me to join them yet because I don't think they need a token miner. So I'll have to solicit Booga to see if I can get an invite. Since I didn't realize you could be part of multiple teams. But yeah, Haven's a good one. Those are all good guys. Steve's Haven, Booga. Like I said, there's at least one more that I am not thinking about. And then you got the Wormhole PD guys. Spongy John, which I think I forgot to give Spongy John a shout out when he jumped in earlier. Spongy John was here earlier. Spongy John, Blitz. And who's the other one? Sniper Chris, I think. But yeah, another good group of guys. Streamers, guys and gals. But yeah, appreciate the raids. Appreciate the raids. Shit the cops. Yeah, exactly. He was in earlier. I don't think he's here anymore. Yeah, he was in earlier, so I don't think he's in anymore. But what else? But yeah, we've got a couple of them out here. I don't know. Seth never arrived. I don't know what happened to Seth. It's his old man bedtime, so maybe. Yeah, he did mention that how's my fellow old man. So I guess I never realized he was on the older side. I always figured he was a younger guy. I remember one. I think I had been streaming about a month, maybe a month and a half, and I had some young lady from Brazil. I say young lady. I don't think she was a young lady, but I had some young lady from Brazil. She came into my stream and she said, "Man, you're old." And I went, "Okay." And she said, "No, I don't mean it in a negative way." And I'm like, "Well, you're going to have to explain it then, because..." She said, "There's not a whole lot of old streamers." Well, I resemble that remark. Unfortunately, with the silver hair, I usually get... I am only... Actually, I'm 58. My birthday was earlier this week. Happy birthday to me. I was, of course, sick on my birthday, so that wasn't good. But yeah, 47 on the 24th. Happy early birthday, Major. And thanks for being here. Appreciate you. January birthdays are the best. Right after Christmas. So anything you didn't get for Christmas, you can say, "That's what I want for my birthday." Man, you are fat. I don't mean it in a bad way. Exactly. Father of Delve, good to see you. Good to see you. I resemble that remark too. But yeah. Man, you're old. And I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that if it's not negative." I'm not, and it doesn't matter if it is negative. That's fine. Appreciate you being here one way or the other. So mine is today, 55. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Decan. Good to see ya. Thanks for being here. Happy birthday. January birthdays are the best. 56 here. So old Italian guy. There you go. New. Good to see ya. Yeah, I turned 58 on this past Monday. So yeah, just another year. Just another year. After a certain period of time, I don't know that they're even worth counting anymore. Thank God for another year. So my better half is mid-40s, and I have to constantly remind him he's not old. 70 is old, yeah. Actually, I think now I'm shooting for... So my family, all the men, for like the last 10 generations, have not made it. I think the highest is 74. So I'm planning on breaking the record. So I'm shooting for at least the 80s. And I think because I'm here in the Philippines, that's probably going to happen. I feel better than I ever have. So in America, I used to get sick once a week. Probably because I was working and it got me out of work. But actually really didn't get me out of work, to be honest. But yeah, I used to get sick once a week from various things. And or once a month. I'd say once a month. So here, we've been here 9 months, and this is the first time I've been sick. Now, I was sick for a good 2 weeks, so I just keep thinking, is this the year that I die? There you go. Yeah. Can't look at it that way. You got to keep shooting for next year. I want to see 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 next year. But yeah, I'm going to break the record. So I'm going to break the record. First male in my family to make it out of the 70s. So that's the deal. Sticking to it. So far, so good. So far, so good. But yeah, I think moving here to the Philippines was a good step towards that. So living a much cleaner life here in the Philippines. Everything's fresh. Got fresh air, fresh food. I mean, the other day, actually, it's probably been over a month, but about a month ago, they slaughtered a bull. Their version of a bull. It's like a carabao. But they slaughtered a bull here in the town where we're building our house, Imelda. And it was on our table that night for dinner. Never had that happen. And I lived in Kansas City, beef capital of the nation. And I never had beef that fresh. So yeah, so I was pretty proud of that. Pretty proud of that. We did put a lot of it in the freezer and, and had it frozen after that. But we did have at least some of it fresh off the cow. Night is good, just tired, but we were getting fiber internet on Friday. Congratulations. Congratulations. I envy you that. They don't have fiber here, unfortunately. They called it fiber, but it ain't fiber. I'm using Starlink, which is the best solution I have here. And don't get me wrong, now that I'm on the residential, it's working really well. On the roaming plan, Manila is sold out. So they put me on roaming for 8 months before I finally got off the waiting list, and it was crap. But the residential is working really well, really well. So yeah, reminds me of another funny shirt I saw that says, "Of course I live in the past. Have you seen the president lately?" There you go. There you go. There you go. That was one of my favorite sayings. If you don't like what's going on, just wait a few minutes. That was a big deal in Kansas City. If you don't like the weather, wait a few minutes. It'll change. Changes every couple minutes. And here in the Philippines, I think it's even worse than that. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here today. But I don't know if it's going to end that way. About 10:30 in the morning. And if it doesn't rain today, I'll be shocked. So, but it's beautiful now. Beautiful now. But yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for the raids, Lily and Khaleesi. Appreciate it. Rose, appreciate the raids. Awesome, awesome sauce. I have to say, I'm enjoying this new scanner. I like not having to use my mineral one and switching back and forth. I can just leave it on the PvP one or PvE one so that I can keep track of what's going on. Hey, thanks for that, Spaz. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was as birthdays go, yeah, I was sick, so it wasn't really the best, but it wasn't the worst either. So ore so we're just working on a regular old-fashioned ore belt in Ufine. So we are in Ufine. You guys are welcome to join us. We're in high-sec Galente space. Everyone is welcome. We have boost, we have compression, no charge. Whatever ore you get is yours to do with as you please. No charge, no tips, no nothing. We do this every week. And so, yeah, we try to give back to the community that has given me so much. So, but yeah. We do this every Wednesday night, America time, or if you're in Europe or in the Philippines like I am, it is Thursday here. So, it is Thursday here. So, speaking of mining, hopefully CCP corrects the situation with mining drones. Yeah. And weirdly enough, mine seem to be actually working better than they normally do. So, which is strange. So, I had heard about that, and I was wondering if mine were going to act up today, but they are not. So, but I think it's probably the tier 2s. I have only tier 1s. I keep meaning to put tier 2s in here. I built tier 2s. I just always forget to put them on here. And so, yeah, I think the tier 2s are what's really screwing up. But Lily, good to hear Schneid's good. I understand the tired, believe me. Tell him to rest up. I don't want him getting sick. But yeah, congratulations on the fiber internet. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I don't know. Every time I cross my fingers hoping for CCP to fix something, my fingers get really tired. So yeah, don't get me wrong. Eve is the longest game I have ever played by far. But it is also the most frustrating. So, actually, what is my range on these guys? 29. Oh, I better get back. Yeah, they're going to expire. Come on. Fast, 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 fast. Oh, they already expired. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Oh, I didn't loot it. I guess you actually have to hit the loot button. You dummy. You big dummy. 29. So it turns out my boosts are not as good as scimitars, which is kind of disappointing. Yeah, that really sucks. All right. We're back in business. Just came back a few weeks ago after the 5-year blip. What's up with the mining drones? Yeah, I think the tier 2 mining drones have been acting up. They have some bugs where they don't always return. They don't always deposit the ore. A lot of different things, but they're supposed to be fixing them. But as I mentioned, every time I've waited on CCP to fix something, and have my fingers crossed, my fingers got really tired because they take forever to fix anything. So I have a problem now. Well, a couple problems. I have a problem now where for some reason the opportunities button is always flashing even though I don't have any rewards to get, and so it shows you have unclaimed rewards. I don't have any unclaimed rewards. I've tried multiple times to figure out which one, and and it does it on all my characters. And then the other one is every time I log in, my chat windows are all discombobulated, which is very frustrating because I'm kind of anal about my chat windows. So yeah, it seems like everybody's got that one. And so those have been reported for well over a month. And oh, residue with mining drones is really dumb idea. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So the residue's another one? Oh my lord. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well that's just going to make everybody go back to the low ones because there's no residue. And mining drones shouldn't have residue at all. The reason you have residue on the lasers is that it dissipates as it's transferring across the laser from the asteroid to the ship. The mining drones are picking it up at the asteroid, bringing it back. But yeah. So yeah, we actually picked up a straggler. So we did some amber belts when we first started. And there were a couple guys in there that I invited to the fleet so they could get the boost and the compression. And one of those stragglers joined us here mining. So yeah, so we got a new outsider. So Jackson Rain, if you're in the stream, welcome, appreciate you. But yeah, but he's saying that the booster awesome and the compression is a game changer. I got to give him credit with that. But honestly, Scimitar, when he does the boost, my range is further. So I thought I was at max, but it does not look like I am. So I'm a little wondering why. So I'm gonna have to compare myself to Scimitar to find out what the difference is, because I'm supposed to be at max. I'm supposed to be at max. Maybe I'm not using the tier 2s. Nope, I'm using tier 2s. The enhancement charges aren't tier 2s. Maybe that's why. I don't know. That's going to be under fleet support. Like command burst is at 5. Fleet commands at 5. Mining foreman and mining director are all at 5. Yeah. And then I also have the implant, which gives it, because that was the other one that I was lower. Augmentations. I have the high wall mining implant, which gives the 3% bonus to mining laser strip miner. Nope, that's not the right one. Well, that's giving it. Yeah, that's not right. That's only upgrading my mining. So maybe I am missing another implant. There's supposed to be another implant that has that helps with the boosting. So maybe I am missing another implant. Mine link. That's it. That's it. And I could have swore I had it. You know what? I bet you I bought it and I haven't injected it. Or I haven't. I guess you inject skills, you don't do that. Let me check here. I bet you. Okay, why are you not? Oh, because I got to go to search. Duh. Yeah, that's it. I bought it. I haven't injected it yet. That's it. Says I'm actually missing the skills. Information Command Specialist 5. Really? That sucks. Add level 4. Add level 5. So that's why I don't have the skills to inject it. Leadership 1. I got Leadership 1. Why is it not giving me... Ah. $500,000, that's not bad. Let me make sure it's not inject, that I don't already have it. I had a nickel for every time. So no, it shows I don't have it. Okay. Well, let's buy that one. 500,000. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. I mean, that's a no-brainer. A no-brainer. Make sure you're looking for at mining mine link. You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. It might not be mine. And this is information command mine link. You're right. Yeah, see, I don't have that one. Maybe I injected it in one of my other clones. Jump clone. Alima. Ah, it's in this one. I'm in the wrong clone. What a Nimrod. Huh. Yes, I do have it. It's just in my other clone. Which is funny, because I thought I was in this clone. Mining, Foreman, Mine Link. So that's why my boosts are not 100%. So sorry about that. But yeah. Yep. Mining, Foreman, Mine Link. Thanks, Rate Man. Yeah, I do only have the T1 core. And that, you're right, that'll actually give me a little bit more as well. Oh, we got rats. I'm sitting here yakking my jaw off. And the rats are bearing down on us. Yeah. Rats are bearing down on us. Yeah, I hate when I'm in the wrong drone or the wrong clone. Hate when that happens. Totally uncool. What a noob. What a noob. What a noob. Oh, man, that's a nice one. Got it. I got him to die right next to me. Can't beat that. That one's a little closer, but not quite as close. Makes me feel like you do. Those were freakishly expensive when I bought my Orca Alts at 6 year. They're dirt cheap now. Yeah, they're a lot lower. I actually bought it not too long ago. And I'm really surprised because I really thought I was in that clone.
The asteroid.
So that one really kind of sucks. Because I thought for sure I was in that clone.
Asteroid is depleted. The
All
asteroid
right.
is depleted.
All right. Let's work on something else.
The asteroid is depleted.
Man, this Orca takes forever to target. We're all noobs in this game, just some to a lesser extent. Yeah, could you imagine that in real life? My mind is in the wrong body today. Yeah, sometimes I feel like that. I honestly do. Sometimes I feel like that. But yeah, there. Make sure you're looking at the right one. Thanks for that. Indie Core. I do need to upgrade my Indie Core. But yeah, we say that Eve has a learning cliff. Learning cliff, not a learning curve. It's a learning cliff. One nice thing with just the three of us out here is that, the asteroids aren't disappearing that fast. Normally, we got 20 of them out here. Scimitar's got like 7 accounts. We got 20 some pilots out here. It's amazing how fast the asteroids disappear. We usually got to change belts every 15, 20 minutes. But luckily, Ufine has like 20 belts, so it works out really well. Bum, bum, bum. All right, last one to salvage. I need to put a mobile tractor in this thing. But yeah, could you imagine that in real life? Actually, I was always hopeful that I would be the guy that would invent teleportation. Cuz I'm like, yeah, this walking around, driving around crap. We need to fix that. I need to be the guy that makes the first teleporter, Star Trek teleporter. But it's funny. I actually looked into the field to see what it would take, and I was like, yeah, that's right. The other one I looked into was lightsabers. I was like, I want to invent a real lightsaber. Yeah, not so much. Not so much. Definitely smarter people than me will have to come up with that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I think teleportation would be the awesome one. Be able to say, yeah, you know what? I think I want to go visit my kids in America today. I'm just gonna pop over there, say hi, maybe take them out to dinner, pop back. That would be awesome. I don't doubt that somebody will probably come up with it eventually. Sorry for the yawn. My wife and I were up watching television till like 2 a.m. The retired life is awesome. Unfortunately, unless you have to get up early to stream. So, yeah. She, of course, is still in bed. Her and my dog, Abigail. So, the hacksmith got closer to the lightsaber. I did hear that. I heard once there was somebody who actually got pretty close. They say the real problem isn't the laser. It's making the laser stop at a certain distance because lasers are light and you can't stop them. There's no way to limit the distance. But yeah, I had read a whole bunch of papers on it and was like, it's all really interesting, but way above my pay grade. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm smart enough to come up with this stuff. The other one I looked into was cryogenics, not the cryogenics we think of, because that's kind of crap. But oh, Theo's back. Theo's back. Oh, wrong guy. That's why I can't invite him to the fleet. Theo's back. Give him another invite. So yeah, this was the other guy we ran into while we were mining. But yeah, the kind of the cryogenics, I don't know what we would call it, but what we would need to use to travel long distances in space. But yeah, it's not called cryogenics. What the heck is it called? Wormholes? No. FTL. Yeah, FTL is how we would travel, but what we would use to sleep. So not really frozen storage, but what we would use to sleep. So yeah, faster than light would be the engines. I was never an engineer, so I didn't think I could do the engines. But I was looking into the sleep methods so that we could still use the same engines we have, but we could sleep the whole way to Mars. Yeah, so like a stasis, yeah. Cryogenics is where they freeze you right when you died in hopes that, yeah, that when they wake you up, you'd be all right. But yeah, some kind of stasis chamber. And yeah. And yeah, so I looked into those as well. And it was quite interesting, all the research that's been done on those. And, and I was like, people have made a pretty big stride way beyond anything I could have done. And I was like, so yeah, never mind. I was looking for what could be my impact to the universe. What could I leave behind? And I couldn't come up with anything. So yeah, these are the topics that I use ChatGPT for. To explore. Hey, what kind of research has been done with cryogenics or stasis fields or yeah, faster than light or teleportation or lightsabers, because lightsabers really change the world, right? Ironically, it's funny because one thing humans are good at is making new ways to destroy each other, so I'm kind of surprised nobody's really figured out the lightsaber one. The funny one that always cracked me up, so the hoverboard. So in Back to the Future, the movie Back to the Future, they had the hoverboards. And so a company came out and said, "Oh yeah, we figured out the Back to the Future hoverboard." And it's not a hoverboard. It's got a wheel on the bottom. And it's got one wheel. It's like a one wheel skateboard. And I'm like, "Come on, that's not a hoverboard." Crying out loud. Don't call it a Back to the Future hoverboard when it's got a wheel. But yeah, never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. And I guess it's better than what we had. I don't know. I think the four-wheel skateboards were better than the one-wheel skateboard. The one-wheel skateboard really, I don't think it's really caught on. Lightsabers are only good if you have Jedi reflexes and any up-close weapon. Humans have gotten good at removing themselves. Yep. Yeah. Sniper rifles are kind of the way I've always thought. If I needed to be in the armed service, I would want to be a sniper. I want to be as far away. Yeah, because that up close and personal stuff, you think about it in the old days, in the Civil War. Actually, Civil War, they still had guns, but you think about it, all the way back. The swords and shields and that kind of stuff. Man, that's up close and personal. That's why, yeah, useless tech. Useless tech, right. Nobody wants to be up close and personal. You're absolutely right, Lego. Tangia, thanks, Charles. Sorry, I'll spawn a bunch of them here in a bit because they're free for me. Alright. Levitation and EM suspension is pretty cool. We have them in frictionless mag rails, yes. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I think with the levitation, they should be able to do the hoverboard. Because that's kind of what it was a suspension field that, but yeah, they hadn't figured out the hoverboard yet, so. One of my nephews had one. I hadn't heard about it. And one of my nephews had one, and I was like, cool. And then he flipped it over, and it had a wheel, and I'm like, it's not a hoverboard. Trying to sell me some swampland in Florida? Using repulsion and traction. Yep. Yeah. It's kind of amazing the things that NASA kind of invented, because the NASA's, I guess, had the patents on a whole bunch of stuff like Velcro and several other things. So actually, it looks like Seth logged off. Seth, what happened? Seth was supposed to be joining us, so these ore strip miners are awesome. Love that they don't have residue. Yep. But yeah, the Seth was supposed to join us for mining, but I guess he got bored. Maybe he mined some umber. He was over near an umber field, so maybe he just did that. No worries. Controlling the four-cylinder trick. A hoverboard on a fixed guide rail should be easy. Yeah, that's the only problem, is they didn't want it to be on a guide rail. So you're right. With the guide rail, you can do the repulsion. And then with the train, you can do the attraction. And so the repulsion and attraction are coming from two separate things. But yeah, with the hoverboard, you don't have a second component there to try and pick it up. And actually, I think if you just controlled the repulsion, I think that's how the hoverboard concept was. It was a small repulsion. Free floating might smash your ankle if it flips. Yeah, that would be the other one. If it flipped over, it would repulse you, which could be bad. You have to get some kind of stability, right? But yeah, those are the kind of things I think about. Man, what if I was the guy who invented the teleporter? Of course, to be the guy who invented the teleporter, you have to be brave enough to try it, right? Hey, let me see if I can send my body through this thing. Yeah, like that's gonna happen, right?
Thank you.
Theo, Fed Killer, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, you got to be the guy. You got to be the guy that's willing to try it. I couldn't get anyone else to, I wouldn't feel good about it. Say, hey, buddy, why don't you step into this thing, see if it works? I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. There was a series on Apple TV called Dark Matter. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was really good, which was kind of along those lines. It wasn't a teleporter, but it was a same type of concept. And so, yeah, the guy, they had actually sent other people through it, and they didn't come back. And so, yeah, paid scientific study waiver. Yeah, that whole human testing thing. I really don't think that's a good idea. But yeah. Hold my beer, I got this. Right. You got to be brave enough to try it. Like, sure, not a problem. But yeah, they had sent people through and they didn't come back. So then he finally went through because he's like, yeah, I need to figure this out. I can't sacrifice anyone else. Yeah, the fly. The fly is a perfect one. STL bat, good to see ya. But yeah, the fly is another good one. Like, yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Like I said, it was a beautiful day at 10:30. Now at 11 o'clock, the clouds are rolling in. The rain clouds are rolling in. Here in the Philippines, the weather changes even faster than in Kansas City. But yeah. Let me make sure Kragan's mining. Of course, Kragan is not mining. My alt. If I had a nickel for every time he stopped mining, I'd have probably been able to retire at 57. Oh, wait. I did retire at 57. The theory is you die and are recreated each time. Yeah. That was there was a Outer Limits episode about that, where they had some alien race had the teleportation technology, and they would say, but once the destination said you were there, they destroyed your local body. And they had a problem. Yeah, they had a problem where they lost communication and weren't able to confirm it. And so the guy got to know the woman. And then, of course, he had to kill her when they finally, communication was reestablished. They had to balance, they called it balancing the equation. And then years later, when she came back, he was like all weirded out because he had to kill her. But yeah, it was famous last words. Screw it, I've got health insurance. Yeah. Life insurance in that case. Though I don't know. If they don't find your body, does it, because I know the insurance companies, they're not gonna pay. They're gonna find any excuse they can not to pay. I'm really not sure that death, that this could qualify as death. I don't know. But yeah, I love the Outer Limits too. I like the old ones. I don't like the remakes. The remakes, I think it took too much away. I really like the original ones. One of my favorites was the guy who injected himself and it made the map on his back and he found the spaceship. Oh, that was so cool. But yeah. And then there was the other one who he developed a cure for something and injected himself, and it ended up curing a whole bunch of things. It grew eyes in the back of his head because he wasn't able to see behind him, and all this other stuff. I was like, yeah, quit messing with it. Insurance is the biggest scam of all time. It's legalized gambling. I'm going to pay for this. I'm going to pay for this car insurance in the hope that I never have an accident. But if I do, that they might pay for the damages. I was so furious. So furious. Why? I get a crack in my windshield. Never had a claim. 30 years. Get a crack in my windshield and they're like, it's a $500 deductible for you to fix your windshield. The windshield only costs $200. Installed. Like, are you out of your damn mind? USA for the win. Good to see you, buddy. More like legalized theft. Yeah. And actually, America has made a real business of it. Real business of it. Philippines, they don't have hardly any insurance, which is another reason why I love it here. USA shirt, love it. Yeah, it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's my wife's shirt. But I put it on because I wanted to show her that she put it in my pile and try and prove a point, but it actually fits and it's not that tight. So yeah, I thought I wouldn't wear this to the site because I don't want to rub in the worker's face that I'm from the USA, even though it's obvious because I'm, 19 shades lighter than them. Of course, they work outside all day, but I can wear it on the stream. So most of you guys are from the USA, so I don't know. Probably more than half, I think, are more than half today are from Europe. I think we had Norway, we had a couple others. So yeah, but yeah, I love the Outer Limits. Love the Outer Limits. But yeah, USA for the win. Good to see you. Born in the USA. I was born and raised. Born and raised. I don't know why it's not telling me that the things are stopping. It's kind of frustrating. I gotta go. Wish you all a nice day. Yeah, Nunu's from Italy. So yeah, so thanks, Nunu. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Night or day, whichever it is. I think for you it's day. Ads are getting ready to start. I'm actually going to run down and get another cup of coffee when the ads come on. No, it's probably cold, but that's all right. That's a nice thing about here in the Philippines. Things never ever get cold, really cold. Because it's never really cold here. They get lukewarm. Get lukewarm. But yeah, we're out here mining. USA for the win. Anybody else wants to join us? We are in Eufeme, which is a high-sec 06 system in Galente space. So you want to make sure you have a at least a non-severely negative faction standing with the Galente, or they'll shoot at you. Everybody's welcome. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. And unfortunately, you got me doing the boost today, so they're not as good as Scimitar's boost, but mostly because I'm in the wrong clone, which I'm shocked about because I don't know how that happened, but because that was kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, so I have the high wall in this guy, so that's probably why I had to put it in the other one. Because that one's going to be slot 10, right? Yeah, slot 10. Yeah. And I don't want to lose the high wall one, so yeah. There's the Neural Lace Black Glass. That's the other one for data analyzers. Yeah, so I was doing all that scanning for the Winter Nexus event, and I thought I was in that clone. What an idiot. What an idiot. I tell you. It's a wonder some days I can even get out of bed. Really is. Really is. Really is. But yeah, got ads are coming up here in a little over a minute. I'm going to run down and get some more coffee. Gravity helps you get out of bed. Yeah. I think it's the opposite for me. Gravity is what's trying to keep me in bed. Sorry, I'm still eating my breakfast, even though it's, after 11. I haven't done a good job of getting rid of my cinnamon rolls, which are delicious, but I'm too busy flapping my gums, so I forget they're sitting over here, which is funny because I would have thought the ants would have got them. That's another thing here in the Philippines. Ants everywhere. Not very big ants, little tiny ants, but ants everywhere. No matter what you do, you can't get rid of them. In fact, that's been one of the things with our house. So we're building a house, and I'm having it treated. They automatically treat it for termites because there's a big termite problem here in the Philippines, which is also surprising. But big termite problem in the Philippines. But I'm having them also treat it for ants. And they kind of laugh about that. But I'm like, yeah, I don't want the ants in my house. Do whatever you got to do to keep the ants out. All right, here's the ad. Another funny shirt I saw. Just remember, anytime you get so drunk that you fall off your bar stool, it'll always be there for you. Your pal, the floor. I like that one. All right, I'll be right back. Your pal, the floor. Sorry about that, everyone. Chair stream. There you go. All hail the chair. There you go. There you go. Actually, a nice thing about this one is at least my hull didn't fill up. Everybody's still mining, which is kind of surprising. Zerbaden, you're welcome to join us. What implant should I get for mining? So the one that I suggest, if you're not doing the boost, this high wall implant is a really good one, which this guy has right here. This Inherent Implants High Wall Mining MX1003. Says 26 million. It gives a 3% bonus to all mining lasers and strip miners. That's the one I've always used. Now, there may be a better one, but that's the one I've always used. This guy's been around for 20 years, 23 years. So, as you can see, his birthday was actually 4 months after Eve went live. Eve went live on Memorial Day weekend, 2003. And he was born a couple months later. So yeah, so I'm just claiming my dailies and heading to bed. No worries, buddy. After all, the chair is what supports the streamer. Yeah, it does support the streamer. And this streamer takes a lot of support. So yeah. So that is one big difference here in the Philippines is my rear end has taken a lot of abuse here. So I have 2 extra buttons on my mouse. One toggles Windows, other comps. It is beauty. Wording. Oh, word band. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do it starting now. 11:17. All right? All right. That's going to be a hard one. Yeah, so Thea. There, I did it already. So epic fail. Epic fail. I don't think I got 3 words. So yeah, already failed. Already failed. All right. So let's give away some money. Let's give away some money. All right, let me get marbles up. Let me get marbles up. God, I haven't had marbles up in several days. Actually, I haven't streamed for several days, so that's probably why. All right, so failure of the word band, which I don't know. In the case of, you know what? We're going to give away 100 million because that was an epic fail. Normally, we give away 50 million for a failure. So, but that was an epic fail. I don't think I made it 3 words. So yeah, Theo Fed Killer. Excellent job there helping out with the word band. So yeah, that's the one that I use implant wise is that high wall mining one. And it makes a big difference. So anyway, let's bring up marbles. Bring up marbles. I always do random marble adventure. Looks there's no record holder. Oh, no, there's a season record holder here, but there's no local record holder. All right, cool. So let's do this one. So we're going to give away 100 million. 100 million. One prize. One prize. Normally we try to do, you know what? We'll throw in, I'll do last place as well. We'll give them a skin. So explanation point play to get into the marbles. 100 million first place. A skin for last place. Whoever finishes last. Gotta finish. Gotta finish. This one doesn't look too bad. I'll try and get a good view here so I can see the racetrack. All right, explanation point play. There is 100 of you, actually 86 of you in here. So we should be able to get at least 20. Come on. At least 20. Come on. Explanation point play. 100 million. And last place will get a skin of their choice of my vast array of skins that are available. So my rear end has taken a lot of abuse since coming to Philippines. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I blame it on the concrete structures, but I'm not sure if that's it or it's just I have lost weight since I came here, and it seems I'm losing in my rear end, which is the one place I didn't want to lose it. I didn't have any there to spare. So, but yes, that's a good quote. Candyman, good to see ya. Alan Dart, good to see ya. Damahedron, good to see ya. Explanation point play. 100 million. Oh, I got another contract. Let's see what that is. Maybe we'll add that to the list. Add that to the list. And there's another 100 million. Excellent. Excellent, Zerbaden. Thanks for that. So we're going to give away 2 100 million prizes. 2 100 million prizes. First and second place. Last place will still give a skin. Whoever comes in dead last. Snapbeam, good to see ya.
Thank you.
Urethra, good to see ya. FU It, good to see ya. Thanks for the follow. Good to see that the alerts work on here. I didn't know that the alerts worked on the marbles one, so that's good. Explanation point play. Explanation point play. How many we got? How many we got? 15. Come on, we got to get to at least 20. We got 86 people in the stream. Explanation point play. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I'm giving away money. Oh, there's a hole in the track there. You see that hole? I think that one's going to claim somebody. I can see it. Zerbaden looks like he's aiming for it. Explanation point play. Less people means more chance to win. There you go. There you go. There you go. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. It's high time to draw the line. I used to listen to this song all the time. I've got drones to feed.
Thank
there you
you.
go. There you go. Survival, good to see ya. Quit Z, good to see ya. Come on, 3 more, 3 more. Let's get to 20. Let's get to 20. At least make it look good. But yeah, you got to watch that hole in the road there. You see that hole in the road? That's going to cause, I know that's going to cause some problems. That's definitely going to cause some problems. Oh, it disappeared. Maybe it was an angle thing. Oh, I bet you it only opens at certain times. Ooh, that's going to be. I wonder if there's any others. Oh, yep, there's one down there. Those spikes. There's one down there too. Yep. So yeah, the hole opens at certain times. So yeah, so that's going to be interesting. 1 follower from your goal. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Yeah, the goal changes all the time. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So yep. Yeah, I did. So that's where we got the 2. Thanks for that, Zerbaden. Thanks, special thanks to Zerbaden for the donation. So we've got 2 100,000 donation or 100,000 prizes, and then last place will get a skin of their choice from my vast array of skins. So actually, I adopt orphan drones. Yeah, I seem to also do that. Yeah, everybody bank right. Exactly. You got to watch the middle. Got to watch the middle. All right. It looks like all we're going to get. Explanation point pay. Last chance. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. First, second place, and whoever comes in dead last. Check your I sent you another thing. Okay, I'll check that. It didn't tell me I have another one. Oh, yeah, it does. Now it shows me another one. Flycatcher. Uh-oh. So we also have a ship to give away. Excellent. Thanks for that, Zerbaden. So we have a ship to give away. An interdictor. Interdictor. All right, excellent. So yeah, so first, second, and third place, we'll have choices. All right, race is gone. Whoops. I'm not paying attention to the race. All right, Candyman says he's in the lead. F you it. Got thrown off the track. Sorry. Don't Cry Wolf actually shows he's at where's it says Candyman's in the lead, but I don't see Candyman. Don't Cry Wolf got flipped out. Candyman is all the way. How did he get all the way down there? All right, Candyman fell off. I don't know how he got down there, but yeah, sorry, that was an epic fail. All right, so quits. Nope, it says Snapbeam is in the lead. How can Snapbeam be in the lead? Oh, it's because it's whoever's closest to the exit at this moment. So yeah, so I can't follow that. So Lego Maniacs and Quit are in the lead. Snapbeam's in third. Snapbeam just flew off the track. Survival's in third. Quit just flew off the track. There's a bunch of barrels down there that I guess explode. Oh, I guess there was only one. So Survival is in first place. There's a big hole. Watch the hole. Watch the hole. He missed it. That barrel. You got to watch that barrel too. Survival 7-0. Lego. Zerbaden. There's only 4 people left in the race, for crying out loud. Woo, that was close. Lego just missed it. Survival's up here. Be careful of those spikes. They'll throw you off the track. And the hole. There's another hole. Watch the hole. Survival fell in the hole. All right, so there's actually only 3 people left. Funny, I got 4 prizes. So maybe we won't worry about the skin. So 7-0. Nope, 7-0 fell off too. Well, that doesn't make any sense. We're probably going to have to do another one. Seems everybody's dying. Why are you dying? I guess you got to go through the thing. You got to have enough speed to go through the thing. Nobody's going to have enough speed to get through there. Well, this is a crappy track. Yeah, everybody's just dropping off the edge. No winner. All right. Well, we'll do another one. We'll do another one. Talk about epic fails. All right. Hard landing. Yankee Slave has our local record holder on this one. All right. Rigged. Everybody died. It should work. It probably doesn't work on the marble screen. You have to wait till we're back on the other screen. Explanation point play. We're going to do another one since we had no winner, no finisher in that one. And I will actually pay better attention so we don't. This one, I remember this one. So you got a lot of launches. So you got to be careful with launching or you could go off the edge. So explanation point play. Sorry, I usually try to choose tracks that don't have massive kills. But that one was not that. That one was definitely not that. Definitely not that. So explanation point play up to 15. We had 17 in the last one. So yeah, let's at least get to that. 16. Explanation point play. Explanation point play. All right, I'm going to go ahead. We had 17 in the last one. 30 seconds. Explanation point play. We got the roly-poly here. Tiger Claws in. Trying to think of who's missing, but Lego's in. Blue Gray's in. All right. 10. Here we go. Nobody jumping at the last minute. All right, here we go. Blue. Yeah, it says blue gray. I'm not gonna wait. I'll wait till everybody comes out of the funnel. That's the key. Whoever comes out of the funnel first is usually going to be the one with the lead. Bouncing around the bottom of the funnel. Well, that is quite the difficult funnel to get out of. So, Dorethra, Blue Gray, Lego, Alan Dart. Dorethra has actually got held up. Oh, nope. Dorethra just shot forward. Blue Gray, Lego, Alan Dart. Survival's in there, too. We're going to hit the ramp. Here we go. Ramp. Dorethra made it. My goodness, why am I moving so slow? Dorethra's way out, man. I should have remembered it. Dorethra's off the track. Blue Gray bounced, but he's still on the track. Theo Fed Killer is in second. Snapbeam's flying ahead. Snapbeam moves into second. Zerbanen flies off the track. Snapbeam has a launch and misses the bucket. Blue Gray's still in first. Theo Fed Killer's kind of stuck up on the plungers. Blue Gray will take first. Looks like Theo might get second. Don't Cry Wolf's catch it up, catch it up, catch it up. Theo's got second. Don't Cry Wolf's got third. Lego and Quits are neck and neck. Somebody just got launched. Lego. FU It got 4. Lego got 5. Quits got 6. Alan Dart 7. Survival 8. Candyman 9. So Tiger Claw ends up being the final finisher. All right, so Blue Gray. Blue Gray. So Blue Gray, I got, let me get back to my screen here. Let me get back to my screen. So I have, and let me find it. I didn't actually check and find it. It's probably in Cheetah. Yep. So here is the interdictor. It is. It's called Giveaway. And it is an interdictor Tech 2. I don't know what type of ship it is. Doesn't say what the name of it is. Oh, maybe a flycatcher is what it is. Yeah, flycatcher. Yep. Yeah, so GZ, I don't know why it blocked your comment, FU It. So, yeah. But, yeah, so Blue Gray, let me know if you want the interdictor. Here are the requirements. So, you need interdictors 1, graviton physics 1, science 5, power grid 5, propulsion 5, spaceship 4, Caldari destroyer 4. So, doesn't seem like a high one, so. Fully fitted. Yes, fully fitted flycatcher. Fully fitted flycatcher. So thanks for that, Zerbaden. Appreciate that. Let me know if that's what you want, Kate, or Blue Gray. Yeah, let me know. I never had a lead. Yeah. So yeah, let me know if that's what you want. There's Al Monksy. Sorry, Al, you just missed the race. So Blue Gray, let me know if that's what you want. I'll grow into it eventually. There you go. There you go. All right, so I'm going to send it to Caden. Create a contract. Special thanks to Zerbaden for the donation. Caden Voss it is, which I already had. I didn't really need to type it out again. So, but yeah, for some reason, Caden Voss Inc. is another one. So there is the flycatcher. Enjoy. Thanks again, Zerbaden, for that. All right, so who's number 2? Number 2 is Theo Fed Killer. Theo Fed Killer. I got 100 million for you. Let me know. I need your, there it is. Theo Williams. Theo Williams. Excellent. Excellent. Theo Williams. All right. Theo Williams. Let me know if this is you. With your awesome mask. All right. Excellent. 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 I'm going to actually add you. Oh, it shows your. Oh, you're actually in my fleet. I'm going to add you as a contact so I have you for the future. Excellent. So, you're the guy we picked up at the Amber deposit. Well, congratulations. That even works out better. 100 million. 100 million. Special thanks to Zerbidin for that donation as well. And then number 3, Don't Cry Wolf. Don't Cry Wolf. I have 100 million for you as well. So Don't Cry Wolf, let me know what your in-game name is.
Asteroid is depleted.
And I have 100 million for you as well. There it is. Wolf G4WDZ. All right, cool. G4WDZ. No problem. No problem. That's for the epic fail. I'm going to add you as a contact so that I just have you for the next time. That way, when you win again, because people here always win more than once, then I'll have you. So, all right, 100 million for you. Excellent. And then Tiger Claw. Tiger Claw. I got a skin for you, buddy. Let me get my skins up. Alright, I got a bunch of skins and Euphine and Vanillin. So yeah, pick any one of these skins. See if I can get it so that you can see at least most of them. But yeah, Tiger Claw, let me know. Got any for a Squall? Let me check. I do not. I have a Squall, but I do not have any for a Squall. I have blueprints for a Squall. And I have a Squall myself, but I do not have any skins for a Squall. Sorry. Or a Raven. I probably should have a Raven. Nope, I don't have a Raven either. Man, what? I must have a bunch of crappy ones. These are mostly ones I picked up in the Winter Nexus, to be honest. So, looks like several Tristans. There's a capsule skin, which is interesting. That's actually worth 15 million. That looks like that might be the high one. The capsule skin. Imagine that. Yeah, so no Raven, no Squall. Sorry, buddy. That was a perfect epic fail. Yeah, that was an epic fail for the words ban. So, yeah. So, the ones down here. So, yeah. So, these, you show them all here, except there's 3 more at the bottom. There's actually 2 more. Sentinel and a Reaper. So, yeah. All these and then a Sentinel and a Reaper. So, yeah, let me know which one you're interested in. You know what? Give it to someone else. I'm not seeing any that would have been interested in. All right, so Tiger Claw passes his Spazology. Spazology's the next to the last winner. So Spazology, if you want one of the skins, let me know where you can pass it. Thanks, Tiger Claw. Always love to spread it out. Always love to spread it out. And actually, you know what? I'll just give a skin to everybody else. Yeah, let's give a skin to everybody else. Because I got a bunch of them, and I'm always trying to get rid of them. So, yeah. So, why don't we give skins to everybody else? So, if you didn't win, hang around. Let me enlarge the screen. No worries. So, after Spazology is the Candyman and Survival. Let me know if you see a skin you like. And if you do, it is yours. And actually, I'm going to minimize this for a second because for some reason my drones aren't mining. I don't know why. Now they're mining again. Yeah. I fly Raven and Squall mainly. There you go. Yeah, which I don't have either one of those. So sorry about that, Tiger Claw. So Candyman, if you're going to give mine to the guy in your fleet, I'm chilling. No worries. Appreciate it. All right, Candyman. So survival, and Alan Dart. Alan Dart, if you're out there, quit if you're there. Lego and FU it. Any of you guys, if I said your name and you're still around, most people take off as soon as they don't win the race, but hopefully they hung out. The capsule, ironically, is the most expensive one. It says it's worth 15 million, which is kind of weird. But Alan Dart, there you go. Let me know which one you want. Morosis Glacial Drift for Spazology. I can do that. All right, Spaz. Did I get your in-game name? I don't think I did. There it is. Spazology 101. Hubris to the max. I should have known that one. There it is. Hubris to the max. You've actually won before. All right. Next. Finish. Bingo. All right. So now it gets difficult because that one's gone. All right. Alan Dart. Let me know which one you want, Alan. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. Is the capsule? The capsule is still available, Lego. Capsule is yours. All right, cool. Alan Dart, let me know which one you want. Proteus Glace. No problem. Glacial Drift. Got it. And Alan Dart, I saw you in there. You've actually won before. And I have you as a contract, so that way I know which one it is. Excellent. Don't have to go through the whole, hey, is that your face? Congratulations. Alright. Lego. So FU, quit, survival. Let me know if you guys want it. And actually, you know what? Yeah, so let's get FU, quit, and no problem, and survival. If you guys are out there, let me know. Oop, there we go. We actually got the list down so I can fit it on one page. Cool beans. No problem. Appreciate it. Follower Gourmet, thanks for that. Appreciate it. All right. So, yeah. So, FU it, quit, and survival. Let me know if you guys are in there. If not, Snapbeam, Zerbaden, 7-0, Wingdog, and Urethra. If you guys are out there, let me know. I'll give you a skin as well. Even though you didn't finish, I'll give you a skin. It's the least I can do. Appreciate you guys being here. Congrats on the sub goal. Thanks it. I'm out in null. There you go. Yeah, the skins you can accept from anywhere, so that don't matter. Yep. You should be able to remote activate all of them. 7-0. Kitsumi. Kitsumi shattered. No problem. Seven-oh. 7-0, no problem. There you go. Congratulations. Congratulations. Alright, 7-0. Zerbidin, Wing Dog. Where's Wing Dog? Wing Dog, let me know which one you want. The Kitsumi's gone, but I think all the others are there. No problem, 7-0. No problem. Thanks, Blue Gray. Appreciate it. Tiger Claw, he needs your IGN. But yeah, he was accidentally tried to register that on there. Annie will do. Annie will do. I always hate the Annie will do. I got multiple Tristan, so I'm going to give you a Tristan. This looks like the most expensive one, so Wing Dog, appreciate it. Wing Dog. All right, cool beans. Enjoy. Tristan's a nice, easy frigate. Everybody's got one of those sitting around. No problem. Derethra, Zerbidin, Snapbeam, Survival, Quit Z, and FU It. Let me know if you guys are still around. All right, I'm off to bed. Zerbidin, you got a prize. You want one of these skins? Everybody gets a skin. It's another Oprah giveaway. Let me know if you want one of these skins. I got a ton of them again for some reason. I don't know where they keep coming from. When I get rid of them, they keep multiplying. Yeah, must be. Actually, the Kitsumi is gone. Sorry, buddy. It just hasn't refreshed yet. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Universal and the Graceful Drifter from Winter Nexus makes sense. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that one's gone. Sorry. One of the earlier ones grabbed that one. It just hasn't refreshed yet. Kind of a pain. But yes, thanks Zerbidin for the donations. Blue Gray, appreciate you. Theo Fed Killer, appreciate you. But yeah, Zerbidin, Derethra, Snapbeam, Survival, Quit Z, and FU It. And actually, Blue Gray, if you want one of these skins to replace the one you just gave to Tiger Claw, let me know. Like I said, I don't use them, so that's why I always try and give them to people who actually use them. So, or sell them to somebody who does. At least you can still sell them too. You just have to pick them up where they're at if you want to sell them. Emon, you missed a race. Yeah, you and Al Monksy missed a race. But if you guys want, I have skins to give away. If you want, covering it for you. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, Blue Gray, if you want one of these ones that's displayed, let me know. It's a symbolic relay. We need you as much as you need us. I don't know about that. I'd play games whether you guys were here or not. So yeah, you guys make me look good. It's all good. Relaxing for a few after the event. No worries. 25 bill. There you go. That's a good one. The capsule skin is gone. Lego grabbed the capsule skin. I think I only had the one, that's a rare skin. So yeah. Sorry, bud. Yeah. You posted mine? Where? I didn't see it, Zerberden. Where'd you post it? Oh, the Dremial. Okay. The Dramiel? Yeah, I think that's what you meant. All right. Sorry, I missed it. I don't know how I missed it. Let me know if that's the right one. There you go. Zerberden. Thanks for that. Kimon, let me know which one you want. The Dramiel and the Kitsumi are gone. Actually, it refreshed now. So yeah, what's on the screen? God forbid spell check on iPhone. Yeah, it's all right. Good. Well, good luck, Tiger Claw. That's a tough one to do. I have not done that, but that's a tough one to do. But yeah. Kimon, let me know. Oops. I am out of asteroids. What happened? What happened? Kragan's over here sitting twiddling his thumbs. Imagine that. All good. All good. Hyperion. Hyperion it is. Hyperion it is. Impossible. I always remember your name. I can't remember anybody else's, but I always remember your name. Alright, any of those skins you should be able to remote activate. If you want to sell it, you will have to pick it up, but that's okay. Yep, I gotcha. I gotcha. Alright, Dorithra. Snap Beam. Survival. Quit Z. And FU It. If you guys are in here, I'm going to close out the prizes. But yeah, if you guys are in here, let me know. The Malgrin have a glowy jack-o'-lantern grin. Really? Ah, that's interesting. Maybe that was the last one, yeah. Dear autocorrect, no one anywhere ever is trying to type duck you mother ducker. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, my company had given me an iPhone many years ago, and I think I told this on stream before, but I used to pick my son up every other weekend back during the divorce days, and I was headed to pick him up, and so I had forgotten to text him before I left. So I told Siri, I said, text son, tell him on my way. And it said, message sent. Okay, great. And then I get a reply from son. It says, why do you think I'm gay? And I went, what? And almost swerved off the road. I pulled over. Sure enough, Siri had sent, why are you gay? And I said, on my way. It said, why are you gay? And so, yeah. Xlax, smooth move of the week. Never use Siri again after that. Never. Never, ever, ever. But yeah. Had some explaining to do. So, yeah. That was years and years ago. Siri sabotage. Siri sabotage. All right, I'm going to close out the prizes. Congratulations, everybody who got prizes. Appreciate you guys. I don't know what happened to my scan results window, but yeah, somehow it got closed. Now we're back in business. Siri sabotage. Yeah, never use Siri again after that. Siri can destroy relationship. Yeah, luckily he still talks to me. But yeah. Yeah, X-Lax smooth move of the week. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Of all the things to translate it to. Really? So yes, all live broadcasts. So all of my streams are put out to my YouTube channel, which is the same name, at BondarJR. And if you also want to see our house build videos, there are house build videos, and one of them just got uploaded last night. The latest one, day 45, is out there. Shows our columns getting up to the 12-foot mark. We have 12-foot ceilings. I don't PvP, so that interdictor will be mint for a good while. Yeah, interdictor's definitely a PvP. That's why I didn't know what ship it was. Flycatcher. I like the name. I might have to make one just because of the cool name. Ironically, I have all the skills to fly it, so... Reminds me of a cartoon I saw in a magazine once where the guy had just crashed through the guardrail and was plummeting off a cliff, and the GPS was saying, recalculating 1 moment. Yeah, yeah. That's one of the reasons I never let my wife use GPS. Was because it would tell her, turn now, turn right now, and she would turn right now. Flycatchers are really good and I'll use them all the time. Excellent. Well, thanks again, Zerbidin, for that donation and the cash donation. Appreciate it. Did have an epic fail on the word ban. I don't think I even made it 3 words before I said the word ban. So, yeah. So, congrats to Zerbidin for that one. And congrats to all the winners. But, yeah. Excellent job. Excellent job. Appreciate you guys being here. Always glad to give away skins as well. So, yeah. Since all I do is collect them, it seems. So... Tried your Twitch stream. Guess I'm doing something wrong. I hardly ever go to Twitch. Yeah, Jackson, I'm in the Philippines, so it might just be a logistics thing, so. There you go. Finally took a hot minute. First time interacting on Twitch. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I'm going to add you. I think I did already add you as a contact. I'm going to add you as a contact. And then I'm going to actually put you in there for your Twitch name. So that way I remember. Z40 Boy 252. That's an excellent name. Cool beans. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. What capsule skin did you get? Yeah. I can look it up here. I don't know if Lego went to bed or not. I'm wanting Lego. The capsule Auroral Universalis. Been hunting that one. Yep. Yeah, I don't normally see capsule skins. They're pretty rare, so I don't know where I got it, but I'll check. Blue Gray. I may have another one on Kragen's account. If I do, it's yours. Appreciate you covering me with Tiger Claw. I probably have a bunch of them. I have a Golem out here on Kragen's. Hulk. Babaruga. Ballon. Good God, I got a lot of skins out here that I haven't even collected yet. No, not there. Let me check if it's on. Maybe it's on Falstaffs. Maybe those were ones that were from Kraken's account. I hate how it pops this crap up. 75 Plex. Really probably should collect that. No, I don't have any skins on here. Well, there's 2. Malediction Dreamcast skin. So yeah, it was cool of him being honest without being dismissive. No, I still have 700 event cans open. Yeah, so do I. So yeah, so I probably should get the event cans open, and that'll probably find me a couple more. So yeah, so I'll do that later today. That way we'll have more choices. But yes, if I come across another capsule blue-gray, it's yours. I appreciate you covering me. Appreciate you covering me, but honestly, I don't know where I got that one. It probably was from one of these cans. Yeah. I try to open them where they're at, so that way I can give them away quicker. But yeah, it doesn't always work that way. Uh-oh. Yeah, they just stopped mine and didn't even tell me. Good help's hard to find. Yeah. Normally, when I have a ship I want, I usually build it, which saves you a lot of money. But usually takes a little bit more time, and there's a lot of setup. I have all the building stuff ahead of time, so. But that's where I'm at with those. But I did see on Kragen's account, I have I have one Barbaroga skin, and then I have the Perseverance. I did get him in the event all the way up to the Perseverance, so. Yeah, I got a bunch of event cans to open too. Grizzly, good to see ya. Got 2 of those. There you go. There you go. So that was the other one I was going to look at. Is I want to get a Marauder. The current one that I can fly is the Kronos, which is not necessarily the best Marauder for yeah. Actually, though, it doesn't look like I can fly it. No, I can't fly it. Yeah, Galente Battleship is short. 408 days? That can't be right. Yeah, that's not right. That's definitely not right. Because I have it in my queue and I only have 700 days total, so. And I've got 3 different ones. So Galente Battleship. There's Galente Battleship. 45 days. So yeah, 45 days. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to move that one up. So I think I have maybe I have a blueprint for a Kronos. I don't remember. No. I thought I had a blueprint for a Kronos. So there's one Marauder that I think I can fly. Back to the ship queue. I have 3 years in my queue. Yeah, I think I have 700 and some days. So I think it's, yeah, a little over 2 years. So there's the Kronos. I can't fly it. So the Golem is the one that I can fly. And I think I actually have a Golem blueprint. That's it. So I can fly the Golem. And I have a Golem blueprint. I do. So this is probably the next one I'm going to build.
Thanks for the dono.
Thanks for the donation. Lacking Talent, appreciate you. Welcome back. Stretch. Hydrate, appreciate them. Yeah, I always was told they do. They really do level 4 missions well, so. And I have most of the parts. None of these do I build, which is kind of a problem. So I'm going to have to buy these blueprints or buy the parts. Because this is a Caldari ship. And I build mostly Galente and Amar ships. So yeah, so that's kind of a... Probably have to... And I hate that they all have different parts. I guess it makes sense. So yeah, I'll either have to buy the part blueprints or just buy the parts. So I'll probably price those out here eventually, but yeah, they're super expensive. So probably buying the blueprint would be cheaper. But I'm not sure how much cheaper. Not if I'm only going to build one, probably not that much, but and this is a one run, so but yeah. So that's probably the next one I'm going to be working on. So what's the largest thing you have produced? So probably an Orca. I don't know if the Orc is bigger than my Armageddon or not. Or my, excuse me, my Avalanche. I'd have to see which one's larger. I build an Avalanche. Avalanche. I can never spell it right. Yeah. So its sheer size. Overview. Actually, attributes is what I want. So its sheer size. Volume is 16 million. And I don't know what the Orca is. Actually, I'm flying an Orca right now, so let's just look at it. $10 million. So yeah, so the Avalanche is bigger. So yeah, the Avalanche would be the biggest. So yep. Oh yeah, I fly it all the time. I don't say all the time, but I fly it. I fly it back and forth to Jeddah a lot, which is probably the worst place to fly it. I usually take it to sell my minerals so that I can buy. I sell a lot of trit in order to buy the minerals that I really need because I got a ton of trit. What's the build cost on an Avalanche? I don't remember. I built it a while ago. And I don't know that I have another one. Yeah. And obviously I'm not spelling it right. So yeah. So yeah, I don't remember. Let me see if I can find the... No, industry. So yeah, a lot of capital components. But not too bad. It really wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. So all of these I build. The auto integrity, the life support I build. The capital core, I have extra ones from when I built the Orcas. But yeah. And then I bought the BPC in order to build it. So, but yeah, it's not too bad. Click buy all. Yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near me, so it's probably not going to give you a right cost, but unfortunately, those never work right unless you're in Jeddah. So, but yeah. Yeah, if I had the blueprint, it would actually pop up the estimates of how much they were, but yeah, I bought a BPO. Yeah, 2 billion for the original, so check if Kragan's still mining. Of course he's not. Why would he be mining? Heaven forbid. Yeah, well, you'll be mining Veldspar for you being Jeter close to it. No, actually, we're in Galente space here. And so, yeah, we pretty much mine whatever's available. So we mine everything out of the belt. Sorry, I gotta get rid of these rats. I don't know why it always does that. Abigail's barking her head off. I don't know why. So mom must be up. Either that or Abigail's waking mom up. Either way. Alright, so let's bring these guys back. Shouldn't be fighting anymore. And then we'll salvage these guys. Come on. There you go. Crazy amount of this. 2 billion. Yeah, that's just for the BPO. Yeah. Like I said, when I build it, I build all the parts, so it wasn't a big deal. I built it pretty cheap. Oh, ads are on. Sorry about that. Those Avalanche copies sell really good, but I'll never make that investment. Yeah, not at 2 billion. Like I said, I think I bought it. Actually, we can just check. It'll be easier. Unfortunately, every time I type into the search contracts, to try and find it. So yeah, 13 million for the Avalanche blueprint. For a blueprint copy, 1 run. Yep, 1 run. So yeah, you can't beat that. Material efficiency is 5, time efficiency is 6. So that's not bad. 13.9, so 14 million. That's pretty affordable. And actually, if we look at that, this will give us the estimate. Oh, no, it won't. I was going to say it'll give us the estimate, but it won't. Yeah. It shows the same stuff. But yeah, you actually have to have it in your hand and in the build queue to be able to get the estimates. So, but yeah, 14 million, that's not bad. And there are a bunch of them here on the market. Everybody underbidding everybody else. And actually, you guys aren't seeing any of this because I'm on the other screen. Sorry. I tell you, some days it's a wonder. It's a wonder. Yeah. I tell you, some days. So I'll do that again. So yeah, here's all the Avalanche copies. So the Avalanche copy, I gave that to you though. I forget what mine's research up to, 914. Oh, did you give me that one? I thought I bought it. So that's even better. Thanks, Lego. But yeah. Yeah, these ones are only 5.6. So, but still, 14 million, that's not bad at all. I mean, I pissed 14 million away on giveaways. Yeah. Way more than that. So yeah, 14 million is nothing. Now the parts, like I said, if you don't have the blueprint, the parts cost a little bit more, but yeah, I have the blueprints for the capital parts, most of them. So I built enough orcas that I have extras of the blueprint of the capital components. So, but yeah, thanks for that, Lego. Appreciate it. But yeah, I use it. I don't use it all the time, but if I have a massive load that I want to thing, and anytime I'm doing a big build, I usually have to pick it up. I got one more here to salvage that I somehow missed. But yeah. So I don't think I have the BPOs, but I've built so many orcas that I think I have extra. And I don't know how I have extra. Yeah, so Capital Core Temperature Regulator looks like the only one I have at the moment. But yeah, every time I buy an Orca, I always end up with extra blueprints for some reason. I don't know if it's because my skills, or I don't know why. And so that's what I used for the other one, was I actually had extras laying around. And so I had enough to take care of that one. So but yeah, I probably should buy them. I don't know what they go for. This is going to come up with a whole list. Capital antimatter reactor, armor repair. No, 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 no. Cargo hold. I have that one. Yeah, that didn't work out at all. Yeah. I need to narrow it down some, but yeah, I could probably look at a couple of them and see about buying them. That'd be a half decent investment. Build anything bigger than a freighter in high sec. Capitals need to be built in low sec. Yeah, I only use, like I said, I use the capital components for the Orca, and I use the capital components for the Avalanche. I used them, and so, but yeah. All right, got him. We're getting rid of the belt. We might finish this belt before we quit. But yeah, thanks for that Avalanche copy. Like I said, I have put it to good use. So, but yeah, I don't remember. Maybe I bought BPCs for him. I don't remember. But yeah, in order to actually build a capital ship, I would have to be outside high sec, which I don't leave high sec. Yeah, yeah. And I think that's probably what I did. The Avalanche built quite a while ago, several months ago. And you're doing the work next. I have copies for that already. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, the BPC market is really good. I've built several Orcas for viewers. So I usually give them a pretty good price on the Orca. But and those I usually do a package deal. Where I buy the Orca and all the component BPCs all in one package. And ironically, I usually have some left over. I don't know why. Putting in the reactions tonight for the reinforced carbon fiber. Yeah, that P4 is rough. It takes forever. But I haven't made my own carbon fiber. I usually buy the carbon fiber off the market. So that's one that I would love to start making. But I haven't done any reactions. Because reactions can't be done in high sec. So yeah, I haven't done any reactions. But that's one I would like to kind of get into. I started doing PI in low sec, and so maybe I'll start looking at maybe doing reactions in low sec. So yeah, that's one that I think that might be a 2026 goal, is to try and do some moon mining in 2026. Because yeah, I spend on the materials for the moon mining materials. We have a moon every Thursday. But you guys are doing it in Null, right? Yeah. Every time I come to Null, somebody kills me. Every time.
Thank
Every time.
you.
Every time. Only Johnny, thanks for the follow. Good to see ya. Get you a mining alt made up. Join my corp. Yeah, I might have to do that. I got one spot left on Kragen's. And maybe I'll do that. I could do some moon mining. That would be awesome. Because, yeah, that would save me a ton of money. If anyone can recommend a reaction location, I'm looking for safe and stable. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Is safe and stable is is the problem. Yeah, safe and stable is the problem. Only Johnny, good to see ya. I live in Null and rarely get ganked. I go to low, I'm dead. Yeah. See, low, I feel safer in low than I do in Null. So I went to Null for the new BPOs from Ore with the event right before Winter Nexus and got shot. Join Goons, safe and stable, yeah. I've heard a lot of people say they live in Null and they do very well with it, but yeah, I haven't been able to work that, so yeah, I think that's kind of, I'm the same way. I feel safer in a wormhole than in Null, so. And low, yeah, low sec's gotten really risky, but I have a couple low sec systems that aren't bad. I do my PI on a low sec system that's pretty quiet. And there's a couple others I found that are really quiet. That I thought about maybe setting up some moon mining in there or maybe a reaction station, but as soon as I set up a reaction station, I'm sure somebody will blow it up. It's flying through low to get back to high sec. Gate campers are, yeah, everywhere. Yep. Yeah, low sec, that's become big business for them, is the gate camp. So, yeah, strange. I feel safe in J space because of empty local, even though it's just psychological. Yeah, the empty local actually freaks me out more. I kind of like low sec because I at least know who's in the system. It doesn't help me, but got gate camped and it tricked out Outrider. You said, yeah. Outrider is a new ship that they've been using for a lot of that. Which is pretty funny. Because I would not have expected it for that. But yeah. Yeah. But I have seen a couple of the streamers that I watch that are PvPers. They've been using Outriders. And I'm like, man, I would have not thought of that. There is a small requirement, yep. Player against player kills. There you go. I rat with 4 praxis for hours a day. I'm looking at local 24 hours. When I go to Wormhole, I don't feel the need, just kind of free. Yep. Yeah, you don't know if anybody's there, so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Yep. I've gotten popped in Wormholes probably as much as I've gotten popped in Null, because I think I go to Wormholes more than Null, though. So probably not. But yeah, I very rarely go to Null. Like I said, every time I've gone to Null, I've gotten killed. Wars only affect you if you go back to Empire. Living in Null, there's very little war action, yeah. Yeah, Lego, I'll let you know if I create another alt. Maybe I will do that. That would be pretty awesome to be able to mine my own moon stuff. That would really make a difference. There's always a Loki. Yeah, cloaked Loki. A Cloaky. Yeah, that's the wormhole equivalent. But normally I don't see them long enough to worry about it. So I'm a new bro, so I'm just learning wormhole space. I go there to do exploration. That's cool. Yep. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. Now that I can finally fly an Ishtar, I want a rat. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, those work out good. That's one of the reasons I want to build my golem. They say the golem is a great level 4 runner. I have several level 4 agents that I can run their missions, but most of the Mackerel, and actually I heard it pronounced the correct way the other day, and I can't remember what it is. Mackerel. I don't remember, but yeah, I heard it pronounced on the CCP stream. I heard it pronounced the correct way the other day, and I was like, I've been pronouncing it wrong all this time, which my viewers have been telling me. I just Macariel. All right, Macariel. There you go. Thanks, Booga. You guys aren't following Booga. Please give Booga a follow. Appreciate you, buddy. I cleared 3 level 4s today and 2 golems and a Gila in about 40 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I've heard. The golem is kind of makes it easy, so which I'm all for. Anything that makes it easy. Because that's the problem with the L4s is they take forever. Especially in my Macariel. Macariel. But yeah, which I enjoy. I enjoy flying that one, and then the Megatron. I've done the Megatron several times, but it'd be nice to upgrade it. But yeah, if you guys aren't following Booga, give Booga a follow. Excellent streamer from Australia. Consider staying in a free port a while. Make sure you have a safety alt there in case you get locked out or closed wormhole so you can get back. Yeah. The free ports, is that a new thing? Because I just saw that. I saw one the other day and I was like, which is pretty awesome. I don't remember ever seeing those before. My Heron is still there somewhere. It never showed up on Zkill. It just left the ship and destroyed the capsule. Wow. See, that's weird. So it doesn't show you where it is? I guess if you're in space, it doesn't. I guess I never thought about that. Public stations and wormhole. Yeah, I saw one the other day, and I was like, I was shocked by it because somebody else had said they were. I had never seen one. But one of the wormholes I jumped in the other day when I was looking for the wormhole I'm trying to track down, I saw there was a public station, and I was like, get out of here. I didn't dock with it, but I saw it. It wasn't the wormhole I was looking for because it never is, and so I left. But I did see the station, and I was like, oh, that's cool. All right. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna finish this belt, but we're coming close. We're down to the last dregs, and of course Kragan is not mining. I don't know why. Oh, because his hole was full. How did that happen? Well, that sucks. Next time you see a heron and an Ocus, remember, yeah, there you go. If it's floating in space, someone could scan it down and take it or kill it. If they jump in it, you probably never get a mail saying it's lost, right? Yeah, somebody probably did get it. So I'm trying Forsaken hubs with Ishtar, but they target my drones all the time. Yeah, should travel in the middle and drop MTU orbit. I'm dropping it at 0, and they just want my drones. Yeah, those ones really target the drones heavy. And I hate losing drones. Hate losing drones. I rely on drones too much. Lacking talent. Thanks again for the donation. Appreciate it. I leave mine behind too much. Yeah, I've been there too. Been there too. No, I usually use the middles. I make the hammerheads. I make them all, but the hammerheads are what I make the most. Hammerhead twos. I skill injected into drone speed and durability helped a little, but still feels different from those. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they always target mine too. Which is frustrating. Those are good ones. Yeah, those are good ones. So type of drone matters. Frigs target medium drones, but not usually heavies. Okay. I may switch to the heavies then. I didn't realize that. It's all I try to take the frigs out first because they always target the drones. And a lot of times I won't use my drones until I get rid of all the frigs, but in a lot of them there's just so many frigs. And they close so fast that with the battleship it's hard to get the targeting to pick up the frigs. Sorry, picking my elbow. Dry skin. Hate it. Sorry about the cough. But yeah, I didn't realize that, Lego. I'll try the heavies. The heavies move so slow. Every time I have a couple ogres, when I recall them, it's just like 20 minutes. Like, come on. Maybe I just need to try some different heavies. A warrior or something else. Get back in the ship, then it should reset the embassy targeting AI. Really? Yep. I did those too. Only Johnny. Yeah. Sorry, I hit the microphone. That probably didn't sound good. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, sure can't hurt. I got the space for them. Most of the ships I got have pretty big drone compartments, so which works out since I lose so many. So I usually carry way more than I need, but once I lose over half of them, then I'm super pissed. Not that they cost, like I said, I build them myself, so it's not like they're costing me a whole lot, but still pain in the ass. Yeah, yeah, the aggro is incredible. And yeah, if the heavies don't do aggro, by all means, that's well worth it. I had trouble with Vespas and Wasps in the beginning because Vespa is Portuguese for wasp, so I was using the wrong drones. There you go. EC lights. All right. Yeah, see, I never use light. Well, I shouldn't say I never use lights because I think that's what I'm using out here today. But lights, the hobgoblins are about the only lights I use, and only time I use them is when it has a smaller drone bay. Yeah. Yeah, Lego. I'm gonna give it. Thanks, Lego. Appreciate it. I sorry about that. I do my best every day to learn something new, so I appreciate that. Drone navigation computer 1 and 2 module and drone speed augmenter will make you drone fan. Okay, I'll give that a try too. Spazology, thanks. Yeah, I mean I've always been partial heavy wise ogres, but they're just so damn slow, and I'm kind of impatient. Well, part of that is that I usually wait too long to run, and so yeah, I'm usually trying to run at the last minute and waiting on my damn drones. Like, come on! So yeah, the ogres, at least the hammerheads usually move pretty good. But yeah, I'll give that a try. Sure can't hurt. Drone navigation computer 1 and 2. And drone speed augmenter. I found myself trying to recall drones yesterday and it would never load. It was because I was moving faster than they were trying to catch up. Yeah, I've done that too. Just leave them. Yeah, and that's kind of what I've done in the past, Lego, is I've actually left them, came back, and then scooped them because they usually survive. Now that I have the money because of Praxis Smart Bombing, I'm just out there injecting and trying things. There you go. Yep, warp out, leave the drones. Yeah. Hornets, Vespas, then Wasp. Okay. I haven't used a whole lot of faction-specific ones. This Orca's got some faction-specific ones on it. But for the most part, I don't use the faction-specific ones, and I probably need to switch. Because they do make a much bigger difference. So, a lot to be said for that. Yep. Well, and it's also a lot cheaper than replacing the ship. Even if you lose the drones, they're a lot cheaper than a ship. So yeah, there's always that. We might finish this up. I warp out with Newton's system, but with drones or heavy damage, I always try to stay and save the drones. Bad manners. Yep. I try to be a good drone daddy. But sometimes, especially in my case, I always wait just a little too long. And then I'm like, I can't get away. I hate losing ships. I'm all out of love. It's all lost without you. We got about 30 minutes left. I started a little late today, so yeah, so I'm going to end up finishing a little later than usual, but appreciate you guys. We'll start looking for somebody to raid here in a minute. Just consider the value of the drone replacement for a ship. Yeah, the ship is always more expensive. In the case of the Riel, I'm working on trying to do that. Nice try. Nice try. That's probably Spectre Void. Yeah. Only person who ever calls me on Twitch or on Discord is my brother, and he knows better than to try and call me while I'm streaming. So, yeah. 4 million, better leave the drones. Yeah, exactly. Actually, though, I think somebody is actually calling me. They're calling me on. They're calling me on Facebook. My wife. I don't think she actually meant to call me, but I think I'm just part of the group. So yeah, I figured that was Spectre Void messing with me, but it wasn't. It was an actual call. But yeah. And of course I ignored it for 10 minutes. Well, nope, not falling for it. X-Lax smooth move of the week. Yeah, definitely 2 million's way better than 400 million. Yep. Yep. Well, and I build the drones myself too, so it's not even like I even lose anything. It's just more of a pain. But yeah. But I've had that happen a couple times where I've lost a ship instead of the drones and been like kicking myself. So yeah. It's like, how dumb can you be and still breathe? How dumb can you be and still breathe? Yeah. For so long. On so long. Alright. Finishing the last couple plague off. We might be able to take this out. We might kill this whole belt. We might kill the whole belt. Yeah, I gotta figure out who I'm gonna raid. Let's see who we're gonna raid. See who's out here. I don't know if he's even out here today. Narcos is out there. Narcos is running. Bigglesworth's playing Kenshi. It's Goonie. I rated It's Goonie yesterday, so... Or did I? No, I rated somebody else who then... I rated Blitz yesterday, and Blitz rated It's Goonie like half hour later, so I'm counting that I rated It's Goonie, but I'm gonna go ahead. If Narcos is still out there, I'm gonna get him. Last days of the Odysseus giveaway. Maybe I can get in on his Odysseus giveaway. That would be cool. I have only 12 million skill point, but my problem with mining is that any mining ship I fly can deal with rats. Can't deal with rats. I need to dock up and change to Vexor now, Ishtar. You could. Yep. And actually, yeah, depending on where you're mining, I don't have any problem with just... I use the hammerheads and the hobgoblins. And I never have any problem with the belt rats. Now, I'm in high sec, so maybe you're mining in low sec or somewhere else. So that could be the difference, but yeah. My nose is peeling. I don't know why my nose is peeling, but yeah. Yeah, if you upgrade, they definitely will make a difference. Like I said, this orca... This orca, sorry, if I get on the right screen. Make sure you guys are looking at the same screen. Yeah. This orca, it has, come on. Yeah, it got Federation Navy hammerheads and hobgoblins, so. And I don't particularly know why, but there's just the ones I loaded. Caldera Navy Vesta, yep. And that should help. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, if you're mining in null, yeah, that definitely makes a bigger difference. So those rats are a lot tougher. Yeah, yeah. If you have a second account, you could always have an alt on that account, kind of fly the other ship and watch your back so you can keep mining. I have 2 accounts and that's what I usually do. I don't go in null, but when I'm in when some of the heavier belts, that's what I'll do. Still not familiar with the form name, so I actually lost the Coveter to Dreadnoughts, mining ice, and trying to kill it with Vespas. Yep, yep. Yeah, the names in Eve are. I've been playing 23 years, and I just today actually, and we'll see if it sticks tomorrow. But I just today kept got the pronunciation for Ma Cariel right. So yeah, there's ships that repair more if you can damage. Yep, yep, yeah. Hard to do on a barge, but yeah. But yeah, so most of the other ones you can actually cover it with the armor repairing. Yep. That's it for the coffee. Pretty good timing. Pretty good timing. So yeah, we'll see if a Narcos is still around. I haven't raided him in a while. Plus I want to give him grief about the whole Haven thing. Though I shouldn't say that since Boog is here, so. I didn't realize you could be part of 2 teams. I thought we were only a 1 team, you know, exclusive. But a Narcos has joined a 2nd team, so I'm like, oh, well, if that's a possibility. Always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. I do need to pick up these loot boxes, but unfortunately, let's see. I don't have a whole lot of range. 29, we should be okay with that one. Yeah. Oh, somebody else got it. Cool. Jackson's got him. Cool. Yeah, I just hate leaving him around. From tonight until the end of time. That one's going to cycle here in a second. Back itches. I'm actually skilling my praxis alts into mining and feels like too much work having to dock all the retrieve. Yep, yep. That is a lot of work. That is a lot of work. And I agree with you. I can't stand doing that. Yeah, I can't stand doing that. Sometimes when I'm mining the wormholes, I'll mine with like expedition. Expedition? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, we're talking about names here, yeah. Wrong guy. Yupin, right there. Yeah, expedition frigate. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'll mine with that, so that way I can get away quick. But yeah, like you said, every time somebody comes in or I see somebody, I catch somebody on the direction scanner, I take off. That's a huge pain. Huge pain. Thanks, Blue Gray. Yeah, the Endurance. That's what I was thinking. It is the Expedition Frigate, but the Endurance is what I was thinking. But yeah. Actually, normally I gotta unload it anyway, so it has a pretty good hold size. So, all right. Oh man, my back is itching. Mm-mm. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys watching. We're approaching the 4 hour mark, so I usually stream for 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday here in the Philippines, Sunday night through Thursday night there in America or wherever you happen to be. I still give everything in America time since I'm originally from America. So, should I have an alt doing Veldspar 24 hours? I have alt skilling in the industry. I have alt skilling in the industry. But I mine Kernite and Proxy. Yeah, the Veldspar actually, Veldspar's selling right now really good. But honestly, I prefer the others. So, Almonxy, have a good night. Appreciate you, buddy. Quint Oliveira. That's what it is. Appreciate you being here. Thanks. If you stay at night in quiet wormhole, you can often mine relative safety after you're rolled or when your static is fresh and unvisited. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Go in and log off. But yeah, Veldspar is actually more valuable than the others at the moment. So, which I don't quite understand. But and they're actually paying more for the ore than they are for the other one. Kimon, no problem. Appreciate it. Streaming was kind of a no-brainer for me because I was going to play games anyway, at least at night in America. I always played games at night to wind down. So streaming was kind of a natural fit. So now that I'm here in the Philippines, it's actually giving me something to look forward to every day. So, which is something I think everybody needs when you're retired. So yeah. I don't want to mine for sell, but for ore, yep, don't get from current. Yeah, so that's the other one is I usually mine them all because I need all the ore. And so yeah, the one that I'm always short of now is Nox. And so and that one's frustrating because I'm always short of Nox. So 2 a.m. for you in Brazil. Yep. No worries, only Johnny. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So you probably know a Narcosen. He's in Brazil as well. He's another streamer from Brazil. He's the leader of Team Mothership. So, me too. Excellent. A lot of Brazilians. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. I think that's been the best thing about streaming is the connecting with people all over the world. I think that's pretty awesome. So, and it's pretty awesome that I could continue to do what I did in America here in the Philippines. So yeah, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, it gives me something to look forward to every day. So, other than just getting up and plus it helps me keep track of the days. Really? I don't know people from really. Yeah, so a Narcos, that's who I'm gonna raid if he's still around. He usually takes off every once in a while. But yeah, he's a Brazilian streamer. I'll be missing you. Yeah, he says he lives in a tree house in Brazil. So, Alan Dart, appreciate you. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, we've got 14 minutes until the ads, so I'm going to try and cut out before the ads. I'm going to get rid of these rats. But yeah, I'll be around for a few more minutes at least. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate the conversation. Honestly, I put that in every one of my things when I move it up to YouTube. I put that in there. The conversation is honestly the best part. So I really appreciate you guys. As you guys are probably aware, I love to talk. Can get me to shut up. And so yeah, so you guys providing topics to continue talking about is always awesome. Always awesome. So yeah. So yeah, I appreciate that. Always interesting, always awesome. Let's salvage these guys up. And my retriever's actually getting full, which is very rare. Very rare. That doesn't normally happen. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I do see a Narcos is out there. Says he's giving away an Odysseus, which I'm trying to get an Odysseus, so that would be pretty cool. Oh, he just switched to become human. So that knocks him off of it. Did I already get in his? Oh, I'm already in. All right, cool. Yeah, so he's doing something else. So yeah, so I'm not gonna raid him. So sorry to get your hopes up. Oops. That's not the one I wanted. Yeah. Yeah, I love this playlist. This playlist has really worked out. Oops. Oh, come on. Alright. That's the end of the plague. So yeah, the plague's gone. So maybe we'll go ahead and call it. I'll let the song finish. But yeah, it looks like we'll do. It's Goonie. Let me see who else is on. XD's on, but he's got 2.1 thousand viewers. Really, way to go, XD. 2.1 thousand. 2,100 viewers. Good God. Yeah, so he probably doesn't need my viewers. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and throw him to It's Goonie. So yeah. But yeah, Narcos just switched to another game. So perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Actually, It's Goonie's birthday's coming up. He's another January guy. It's another January guy. XD is a birthday stream. He's on the front page. Maybe we ought to do XD. Yeah, let's do XD. Let's do XD. Let's do XD. If it's a birthday stream. Birthday stream, yep. Yeah, let's do XD. Alright, let me go ahead and raid out to him. Thanks, Lego. Big day support, yep. So yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. He's in Hype Train too. That's even better. Even better. Even better. Even better. Even better. What a moron. Oh, would you quit hitting that? I don't know why I keep selecting that window. Alright. So yeah, thanks for watching. My coffee's empty, Blue Gray. I'll catch you on the next one. But yeah, let me go ahead and raid XD. Alright, and he's getting ready to do a giveaway, so I'm going to try and get in there quick. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Be back same time tomorrow. So yeah, so catch me tomorrow and I'll see you then. You guys take care. Have a good one. Thanks again.